Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 57 of the A-listers, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 57 is upon us and oh my god, have we got so much to talk about today. Erik ten Hag has been sacked, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Erik ten Hag is now gone. You know, unfortunately, Erik, you have brought us so many great memories. You have done so many great things at Manchester United, but unfortunately, we're here. Big up Salah, man. You helped contribute to ruin their club. And Ballon d'Or, according to the rumors, it's going to be Rodri who wins the Ballon d'Or. So we're going to be giving our thoughts on that. The Liverpool-Chelsea allegiance continues because we stopped Arsenal from winning and Chelsea won. So we carry it on one more week. You get me? So it's not PR. And Spurs lost. Oh my god. Just another day in the life. You get me? Spurs L. Hey, you can't play Coventry every week or Karabag every week, get it? Anyway, before we get started, before I ever introduce the panelists, guys, this is a special stream for me and a special occasion. And I'll tell you why before we get the party started. The reason why this is a special occasion, the reason why this is a great stream, is as of this very second, we are literally 10 subscribers away from 40,000 subscribers. We are 10 subs away, ladies and gentlemen. We are single digits away from 40,000 subscribers. And I have hope in all you beautiful people that we are going to get 40K before the end of the stream, or hell, even the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. So every single person joining us right now, or on the replay, or wherever the hell you are, subscribe from your burners, from your mom's account, from your dad's account, from every single account you have. Subscribe. Let's hit 40K live, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you all to close the live chat. I want you all to hit the like button, and I want you all to subscribe. So all of you right now, you watching us, I just want you to hit this X button, hit this like button right here. See, let's get to 100 likes ASAP. Recommended video, Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith roasting each other. So hit the like button, subscribe. We are closing in on 40K, and I would genuinely, everyone knows how much I love Ahwa, how much I love A-listers. Those are my two favorite shows. Hitting it on A-listers would be absolutely special. So, joining us first and foremost, winner chicken dinner this week. You get me? I predicted Chelsea are going to win 3-1, but they kept, just missing chances. They could have scored a couple of more goals, but they won. So he's on top row. He's no longer in the basement every week. Man like Lewis is in the building. How you doing, Lewis, man?
Big up, bro. Before we do any of that, I'm saying it right now. We got a TFT raid as well. Every single one of you that isn't subbed, sub right now. We want 40K right now. We are under 10 subs away. Fuck all the football, all of that crap. Hit that sub button or forever be a fraud. But it's good to be here. Especially as the only winner this week. Like, imagine how things have changed over the last few months. But yeah, good to be back. Back with another 3 points. Draw it is what it is. We'll take that. That's 2 extra points off the Arsenal title charge. And yeah, big up to everybody. Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Palmer robbed for Ballon d'Or. That's why he's on the back. But yeah, big up everyone.
Big up Flawless. Big up
Flawless. Hi, G.
Hey, the way he's going.
Happy Independence Day. Also, again, you waited a fucking week.
Yes. Yes, because I want to get, after he speaks, I literally have to go to you directly, because one thing about Lewis is he called us. He said they're going to sack Ten Hag one game before us, but we'll get that in a second. There's a reason, guys. Sometimes every rule has an exception. Yes, we put people on the top row who won. He might have lost the game, but who truly won this week? He's probably a bigger winner than Lewis even. The winner, ladies and gentlemen, because it's his Independence Day today, he's rocking his shades up in the A-lister stream. Man like Shikh is in the building. How you doing, Shikh, man?
Big up, man. First and foremost, though, obviously, like before we get into all these news that we're going to get into, yo, can you guys subscribe to Hassan's channel real quick? 10 subscribers away from 40,000 people. What are we doing? Stop behaving like Ten Hag. Stop behaving like Bruno. Go and subscribe to Hassan, man. Big up every single time.
Don't be a Havertz, be a Nicholas Jackson. I like that.
But yeah, man, Hassan.
Copyright
how
infringement.
you guys doing? I'm doing great. I am doing absolutely wonderful. What a day today, man. I told Hassan, I said, I have to be on the top row today. I am free. I won, ladies and gentlemen. To all you Ten Hageners, I hope you guys show up in the chat today, by the way. I won. So I'm sitting here. So yeah, we can have a conversation. Let's go, man. Let's go. But here we go. Dark day for football club. Love this, man. Love this. And
It's a dark day for football. It's a happy day for Man United fans.
Hate it, adored, never ignored, man. Just
1 week, bro.
It is what it is.
There you are.
It is what it is.
Anyway, joining us next, he didn't lose, but objectively speaking, a draw at the Emirates is probably better for me than it is for him. You get me? So he's in the bottom row alongside his North London rival. Joining us on the channel is a man who has lost his head over YouTube and Twitter for the last 24 hours. There is a conspiracy to stop Arsenal from winning the league. This is probably worst Egal performance ever, last 24 hours. But we love him regardless. Biggest troublemaker in the Arsenal fan base. Man like Egal is in the building. How are you doing, Egal, man?
I'm doing good. I actually prepared a letter. But should I save it?
You have a letter?
Yeah. Dear PGOMOL, I am saying this right now, trying to express my concerns and serious refereeing decisions that have gone against and involve a certain club named Arsenal, specifically the incidents pertaining to the Liverpool game and that third goal. But hey, we'll get back to it another time.
You wrote a letter to PGMOL.
Man wrote a letter.
We'll get into it.
It's crazy. Anyway, fairs. And last but not least, biggest loser this week. You go Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace. Guys, Spurs suck. There's a lot of things I say that end up being wrong. There's a lot of things that I say that end up being right. Probably the thing that I'm right on the most, Lewis will vouch because he probably heard it the most from me, is the Spurs thing. I told everyone, guys, the fall off is coming. And when the fall off is coming, it's going to be all over. You get me? This guy is turning up this week. He's suited. He's in heavy armor, heavy artillery. You get me? Because Spurs lost. Another week, another Spurs you suck moment. But we love him regardless because he's our brother. Man like Jacob is in the building. How you doing, Jacob, man?
No one talked to me today. Ain't no one my friend today.
Look at this guy.
No, I'm
like
serious.
an evil elf.
No, I'll be real chic with those sunglasses. You look like you're trying to sell me a Persian rug. So,
or you look like you're about to steal Christmas.
You look like you work at T-Mobile and you're trying to sell me the family plan. All right, so you need to chill out.
At least I'm selling. Like I'm selling.
And I know this whole Chelsea yada 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 after 8 games, but when Tottenham top of the league after 10, ain't nobody talking to me nicely. So every single one of you got to hold that. Tottenham be back. Don't worry about it.
Jacob, you look like you're going skiing. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it looks like he's about to steal Christmas.
Damn. Steal Christmas.
Shout out Chilwell in the background. Though.
No face, no case. It's that simple.
Yeah, we all
Jacob,
know.
I just want to know, why did you say fuck me for? Why me?
I don't know. That's the only thing
I just got free.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Free,
I didn't really mean it. I just, first thing I thought of.
Let Shikh be happy, man.
Yeah.
Guys, we're 4 subs away from 40k. Let's do it. Everyone like and subscribe now. And big up W's in the chat for my guys here. Dropping the red super. He says هدية مني حبيبي عشان انت الفايز اليوم. ألف مبروك يا غالي حبيبي. شكرا تسلم يا زير. Guys, go subscribe to Zir Talks, Bayern content, WWE content, SmackDown live, Raw live, and he's always cooking the Bayern review guy.
Right, that's enough for me. One sec.
Yeah, subscribe to Zir Talks. Go sub to this man and smash the likes right now if you have not done so, you frauds. Fact, if you haven't yet liked the video, you haven't yet subscribed, you're all frauds. And also, listen, I wouldn't be here without my brothers. All these guys' channels is in the description. You're a fraud, and you're a big fraud as well, as a matter of fact. If you haven't yet subscribed to Shikh TV, Carefree Lewis G, Egal Talks Football, and United Spurs of America. You get me?
I get it.
Let's go. Subscribe to all these guys, man. All these guys.
Rebranding. I'm
By the way,
rebranding to the
congratulations.
Ununited.
You're gonna get it today. I guarantee.
Two subs, man. Let's go. I'm gonna. This is exciting right here. Anyway, let's get the party started. Sheikh, the happiest person in the entire planet today. I think there is no one happier than you in this whole stream. Ten Hag is gone, brother. You get me? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. What a absolutely, like my guy King would say on Flawless's channel, an absolutely sensational day. You know, I just woke up to this news. I thought I was going to be sitting here talking about our performance yesterday against West Ham. It's like no one is even, I haven't even seen a mention in the chat. Nobody cares about that stuff, man. We are free. We are finally free from Eric Ten Hag. And you know how I know that? Look at all you guys who are sad in the chat. On this panel too. Was hoping he was gonna stay here for another week. Was hoping he was gonna stay until we played you guys. Yeah, man. You man can hold that. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say I thought he was gonna get sacked today. I didn't. This news honestly came out of absolutely nowhere. They had this whole 10-hour meeting a couple of weeks ago. Didn't think, well, obviously the result was he didn't get sacked then, but that kind of made me under the impression that maybe he just won't get sacked in the near future. Maybe it's going to go up until the end of the season. But Dallo, yesterday, he knew what the assignment was. He missed that chance on purpose. He knew that chance was going to get him sacked. So, Dallo, hats off to you for that. And also, yeah, he's finally gone, man. I'm free. I'm free from having to hear about all these Ten Hag inners who are going to be like, hope just he can stay here and he can turn it around and Rome
Undefeated in Europe.
And undefeated in Europe, but one win in the last 11 games. They won't mention that. They'll only mention the starting part, undefeated in Europe. It's like all these records that were being broken left and right, all that type of stuff, man. I want to know where these Ten Hag inners now. Where's my apology? When I said that this wasn't good enough and this was eventually going to happen, where's my apology? I was told I was negative. But now look at everyone is happy that Ten Hag is gone. Oh, it's all giddy and everything. Everyone is all happy, but when I was sitting here week in, week out telling you guys that this manager is only going to bring us down and that we were wrong to keep him and Ineos were wrong to keep him, I was called negative. What does a guy from California know about his club, right? Exactly, Flawless. We are free, man. I don't even care about what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't even care about how we're going to play in our next game right now at this moment, man. I just got free. I just want to go and live my life at this moment. I just broke up with my ex. I'm going to the club. That's just what it is. I'm just trying to enjoy today. This is just a celebration, man. I did a stream on my channel too, just celebrating. And then obviously, we got some other news as well, which I guess we can get into. That Ruben Amorim is looking, that we are looking to appoint Ruben Amorim as the manager of Manchester United Football Club. Hussam, is it true that you rate Ruben Amorim, that you wanted him before Slot?
Yeah, I did. When Xabi Alonso said no, my next choice was Amorim directly.
Fair enough. They're saying that maybe Amorim rejected Liverpool or something like that. But hey, my point is...
Sam, can you bring up the share screen quickly? Congratulations, bro!
Hey!
Come on, G!
Let's go!
All of that.
Let's
Up the
go.
Big
up you guys, man. 40K, man. Big up, man. Big up. Love everyone in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Lewis. Thank you to Shikh. Thank you to Egal, Jacob. Big up to all the people, the Ahwa crew, the subscribers, the community. Big up to you guys, man. The road to 50K starts this very second. So big up to all of you guys, man. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys. 40K. Who'd have thought, yeah? Hussam from Jordan made it all the way to 40K. Alhamdulillah. Big up to all of you guys, man. Big up to everyone who's always supported us across this journey. And of course, my panelists, my people, my community. W's for yourselves in the chat. And put W's for all of you in the chat as well who made this happen. So big up to you guys.
And also hit the
big
likes.
Up, Lewis, man. Big up.
100K soon. Forget about 50.
Very soon.
Inshallah. Big up.
Very soon.
Ah, damn.
But yeah.
This is mad, wallah. Go ahead, Sheikh.
No, congratulations to you, man, Hussam. For real,
Thank you,
100% on the 40K. I feel honored that I was been here, part of your channel, part of the show as well. So I appreciate you every single time, bro. On to many, many more, bro. On to many, many more. But back to it, yeah. Like I said, today is just a glorious day. I'm free, man. That's really it. I I don't want to talk about no game. I don't want to talk about what's happened today. I'm just free. I'm looking forward to every single game. I said Premier League, if you men are listening, if you want to drop a 4:30 a.m. game for me for a United game upcoming, I'll be there. I'll be there, man. 4:30 a.m., 3:30 a.m., 2:30 a.m. It doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to Manchester United. I can actually put on something Manchester United today, a jersey, something, man. I feel proud. So we won. At the end of the day, all I want to say is that I won. I was right all along. This is eventually what was going to happen, and here we go. Now I can actually look forward to us stringing 5 passes together and doing like rondos on the pitch. I can actually look forward to all of that. I can actually look forward to teams not just mugging us off every single week, man. We were a laughing stock for 2 years. So hopefully this can change, and hopefully it does, man. So Ten Hag's finally gone. I'm absolutely gassed. All you guys.
If you get Amorim, I agree with you. But some of the others on this list, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to definitely hear more about this whole Amorim stuff. It's just obviously initial reports that we want him, and that is someone that we have identified. So we have to see what happens in the upcoming days, whether we can bring him over the line right away. Will Sporting be able to or want to get rid of him while they're having a good season? And would he want to come himself? So it's like, let's see. Let's see how it all goes. Let's see how it all happens. The initial thing of all of this, though, was sacking him, and we've done that. So it's like, whether this Amorim news was here today or not, I still was going to have a glorious day because Ten Hag is finally gone, man. Finally gone. So, yeah. Love this, man. Today couldn't have been any better, bro. Any better.
First person I have to go to, besides like obviously Shikh, is Lewis, because like I said, I was watching Lewis and he said it. He actually predicted this like 3 weeks ago. He said they're gonna sack him a week before Chelsea, and today he was so pissed off. He's like, "You couldn't wait." How do you feel, Lewis? Huh?
I mean, annoyed because like it's not even just because of Ten Hag and Man United in general. Like, even if they get a new manager, I'm thinking we can give them a bit of smoke on Sunday. But it's like everyone's got good memories of facing Eric Ten Hag and all of that. I don't. I have one win over Ten Hag. Literally one. And even then, Ten Hag battered us throughout the game and we bottled the 2-0 lead. We just made it back because they managed to outstink us in the last 2 minutes of added time. So now the annoying part is that Old Trafford's going to be up for it. God forbid you go in there with Amorim, then they're going to be even more gassed. But like, regardless, I think we still should be going there and getting the victory. Like, if I really take the surprise and the shock of this announcement out of everything, we still better go there and win. Like, come on, like, new manager bounced my back foot and everything. We're actually performing better away from home than at home. So I don't want there to be any excuses or anything when we go on the weekend. But I am fucking annoyed with this. Number one, because like the mood, if we went to Old Trafford with Ten Hag in charge compared to now with an interim or now with Amorim or with Van Nistelrooy or whoever, would have been so much lower and would have suited us so much more, because all the pressure is still on United. All the pressure is still on Ten Hag. Now, like, they could probably uplift the players a little bit more. So now they're a little bit of a question mark. But I mean, in reality, we should still be going there and winning. But in spite of all of that, if this was in any other week, I'd just have happiness for you guys, because I'm listening to everything that you say. And it's basically a carbon copy of me when Poch got sacked. And I can only feel happy for you, because the feeling of losing a terrorist in charge is close to like lifting a trophy. It genuinely is, because you just feel optimistic about the future of your football club. And nothing that anyone else can say or talk about the future and anything, you don't care, because you got rid of that guy. So I'm happy for you on that. You just could have waited a fucking week and made it a bit easier. But yeah, predictable. Same as Ollie again, innit? But we move.
Egal,
we are free, man.
What do you guys make of it?
You want to go first?
You can go. You can go. Go ahead.
Okay, Jacob's waiting for me to go. I'll just keep it simple.
Okay, freaking hell.
I'll keep it simple.
Oh, my
Eric
bad. I
Ten
thought you
Hag.
asked me.
It's not like you're not used to losing every week. Like, I don't know why you're acting so shocked. Go ahead, sorry, Egal.
No, I'm just doing what Tottenham did. I'm just allowing everyone else to have a turn before I do fuck all.
All right. Keeping it simple, all I can say is everybody's gonna miss Eric Ten Hag. We had some good memories, some good laughs.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
He gave us some amazing quotes.
Yeah,
He gave us some amazing quotes. He gave us some amazing excuses. We've heard everything you can hear from a manager, and he also gave us some amazing, hilarious entertainment from the likes of Saeed and many other Manchester United fans going absolutely crazy. From when he came in to Liaz doing his 3-minute long thing talking about Joker and the involvement, and this is the prestige stage, to now you guys all losing your shit. And you know the funny thing is, guys, I expect this to be a rerun. This is just season 5 this is season 5 since Sir Alex Ferguson. So there's been 5 managers. There's been 8 total managers if you include all the interims. And I honestly don't expect them to get it right in the next appointment either. I do think this Manchester United cycle will continue, and unfortunately, you're just these players are a big problem. Unless I see a major overhaul, and you still get a lot more of these players out the door, you guys are going to be in the same situation with another manager in a year or two's time. We're going to be seeing people crying, saying, "I can't wait for him to be sacked. I can't wait for him to go." But today, enjoy yourselves. Hopefully, you guys can see Ineos maybe do some changes that are not make the same managerial appointments and managerial mistakes as before. And Ruud van Nistelrooy coming in as interim and having him come in in the summer, this was a good move. That was a good move. He always seen the writing on the wall. Ineos always seen the writing on the wall. And if he's going to be the long-term manager, hopefully it's not an Ali 2.0 situation, because he did win a league title in the Eredivisie, but we know Ten Hag also won there. So, and when it comes to Ten Hag, I don't think Ten Hag's a good manager. I think he was a good coach in a team where everything was going perfectly. If he goes into a club in the future somewhere else where they run it from top to bottom and he just has to coach the players, maybe he could do well. I don't think Ten Hag is a bad coach. I just think at Manchester United, the circumstances, he was not prepared for it. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have the communication skills. And maybe he needs to try his luck somewhere else. But I don't think coming back to the Premier League and working for any team in the Premier League would work. His reputation in English game is ruined. I think he needs to go to maybe Serie A or French league or something else. And if he goes back to the Dutch league, it will be a downgrade. Any club that he goes to besides Ajax. But yeah, that's my whole take on the whole thing. And yeah,
I agree with you, Egal, as well, because here's the thing. Some players need changing in that squad too. Like they ain't all like
clear out.
How many times have I seen Manchester United fans do a video? Oh, Ali sack, thank you. Oh, Jose sack, thank you.
Yeah, this is true.
Ten Hag sack. Like we see it every time. The only thing that's going to change is they have new ownership and they have an opportunity to impress everybody and make major changes. And one thing that they did correctly was they already brought Ruud van Nistelrooy in the building before Ten Hag even knew what was happening. I always thought Ruud van Nistelrooy was getting into this season. And Staffy saying I'm bitter. What am I bitter about? You guys are irrelevant in the sense of in the league.
Irrelevant
right now.
Okay.
When it comes,
I was gonna say, I mean,
it is
when
true.
It comes to Ten Hag,
based on expectations,
you're literally 14th, Shikh. You're 14th.
Yeah,
let's keep going. It's his day.
Well, but I'm hearing stuff about
no, bro. I'm being a realist. You guys don't want to hear it.
This
same
Ten Hag manager, who I said is the worst United manager, won more than yours. You won more than yours.
One second.
Aren't you in a process at the moment?
1 second, bro.
Aren't you
You're
in a process at the
celebrating.
moment?
You're celebrating.
I'm not celebrating anything. I'm just stating
you're not
facts.
celebrating
You won
something
more than your
amazing.
club.
Like,
you won more than
Staffy
your
wants a
manager.
link.
That's all I'm saying.
Bro,
that's all
you guys
I'm
are
saying.
celebrating.
Why you want to double team
your own problems that you create.
Hey, I just want to hear his stance. I haven't heard from him today.
Listen,
I do think you lot need that clear out though, because a lot of the players in your squad now are ones that Ten Hag wanted. That's why I also can't hear the narrative of like, oh yeah, we got rid of Oli and like all the ex-managers and everything. Because this time you've actually brought in players for that coach, and the majority of them
he
are
brought in like 7.
Now you gotta get rid of them.
How many players did he bring from?
The thing is, Lewis,
he brought in hella players
who were here.
But that's why you don't need that clear out.
These same players, though, who were here at the club in his first season, we had a successful season. We won a trophy and went in top 4 after 5 years of Oli football.
Bro, let's keep it 100.
1 second, though.
Let's keep it 100. Nobody cares about your FA Cup and your League Cup that you won under Ten Hag.
This is an Arsenal fan saying nobody cares about your FA Cup, but all you guys
talk about is you made no progression.
It's crazy.
You made no progression.
Absolutely crazy.
There's a reason why Ten Hag is sacked today. He's not living off those trophies because you need to have some level of progression. You can win trophies and they can paper over cracks to make everything look good.
Okay. 1 second. Sheikh, The people are asking for Staffy. So I will let the people decide. If we get to 300 likes, I'll send the link to Staffy right now. 300 likes, I'll send the link to Staffy.
go.
We have 750 people in here, and we're at 230 likes. So if we get 300 likes, I'm gonna send Staffy the link, and you guys can get Staffy in here as well. I'll be backing Egal anyway because I do agree with Egal's stance.
Sheikh,
But if
talk about your trophies, then they should have kept
yeah,
Ten Hag.
if you guys want
This is my
Staffy
whole
in here,
point.
300 likes now. Let's do it. We're at 260 already. 270. Yalla. Let's
Trophies
do it.
aren't a reason to keep a manager, though. I'll say
Exactly.
that.
Well,
It's
that-
just
I-
part of the
yeah, that's
mentality
not
of
a
the club.
reason.
You got to win.
Exactly.
If you're there, you got to
My
win it.
whole point is you're trying to tell me how, oh, I don't think United's going to be back, and I don't know how they're going to run and stuff like that. We still in our worst. I've said this time and time again. Ten Hag has had our worst ever season last year. This could have been also our worst ever season. Yet in our worst ever season, we lifted a trophy. What have you guys lifted in this process that you call at an Arsenal Football Club? I'm not sitting here trying to boast.
This is where you lose the argument.
We need
I'm not
Ten Hag
speaking
to
about
be
my
here
club.
because he won trophies. This
One
is what I'm
second.
saying.
No. This is where you lose the argument. When you start making it about different clubs, because my whole point is about progression. You guys have sacked Ten Hag not because of the trophies you've won, but the lack of progression he's made on the pitch. Hence why today you're celebrating, you have glasses on, you're throwing around whatever beverage you want to do that's non-alcoholic. But you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for you to be propping up 2 trophies that you don't give a shit about right now because you wanted that manager gone because of the lack of progression on the pitch. So when you're making comparisons, make a proper comparison. Talk about
2 likes
actual
from
issues.
300.
Yeah, talk about actual
So
issues.
basically, does that mean if you want a manager out, you can't celebrate a trophy if the team wins?
No. You can celebrate the trophies. You can celebrate if Poch won you something if you still wanted him sacked. But the main point is the reason why you want the manager sacked is not because of a cup competition win or anything like that. And the reason why you want to keep him, it shouldn't be because of a cup competition win alone. It should be because of the progression that he's making.
I'm not
on the
saying
pitch
we.
and
First of all, I'm
improvements
not
that
even
he's making
saying
with
we
the
should
players.
keep him.
I
I'm not
agree
even
with you on
saying we
that.
should
Okay.
keep him. I'm not even saying that. Oh, like I'm not boasting these 2 trophies. My whole point is that you brought up how our team is not going to run well and this and that. Well, I'm just trying to make the point that even in our period of us not running well, we still lifted 2 trophies. And I'm just bringing it up for your club because you say that your club has run well and you've been progressing. I have trophies to show for that. We've actually, in our worst season ever, still lifted some sort of trophy. Like, that's at the end of the day, it's not.
And you're still having your worst season ever, so it's not
Yeah,
really.
To be fair, like, I don't even think we should necessarily write off this squad depending on who the coach is. Because your squad's been so mismanaged that a different manager might come in and get a tune out of a lot more of those players.
Fair enough.
I'm
not disputing that.
It's just a point that came to my head.
I wanted Ten Hag gone because of the fact that we are 14th in the league. We have won 1 game in the last 11 European games. He's basic. Well, last year we finished 8th, had our worst ever Champions League run. He's breaking our negative records week in, week out. All of that. I don't care about those 2. Like I said when we won the FA Cup, we needed to sack him. I didn't say we needed to keep him. He needed to go. We've sacked the manager before who's won a trophy. Louis van Gaal. Same stuff happened. He won the FA Cup and he left.
One second.
One second, you guys. 1 second, because Staffy's here. You get me. Staffy is here, and get me is here to cause chaos. You get me. So we're gonna get Staffy v Egal right now. So like the video, chat. Yes, Staffy. Hello, brother. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Day, bro.
Yes, Staffy.
Lewis, listen, you were there a year ago. The streets didn't.
You made out the hood, man.
I made it out the hood, bro. I made it out the hood, and I'm upset. I'm upset that I made it out the hood, and Egal's not happy for me. Egal wants to rain on my parade. Of all days to talk about certain things, Egal wanted to do that today. It's like Egal came up to my wedding and he said, you know what? You could have bought a better suit than this. It's not the day, Egal. I'm already in my wedding. Khalas, allow it. Allow it. This is not the day. Today's not the day to talk about, well, if you get Amarim, how good are you going to progress? Oh, well, you did that 5 times before. You know why you're wrong, Egal. And by the way, guys, listen, I'm not here to cook Egal. I'm just here to argue with Egal. We do this a lot. We've been doing it for a while. These are all my brothers here, except for the guy in the middle here, because I can't stand this guy. Get these Yanks off the show. But anyways, hello, Jake.
Self-hating is crazy.
Because me and him were arguing today in the chat. But anyways,
No,
back
you
to what
got
I was
rattled.
saying.
We weren't arguing. You got rattled. You got shook up like a can of
Jacob
beans.
telling you got rattled.
And I'll shake you tonight, bro. You'll see tonight on American Waffle. I'll be
Hey,
shaking.
hey, yo, I'm married. Shake me.
pause.
Hey, yo.
That was a
Hey,
little
yo.
bit. Hey, yo. I'm
Hey,
not
yo.
on American.
Pause.
Anyways,
That's already one goal,
Hey,
one goal
yo.
down.
yeah,
One
yeah.
goal.
Anyways,
One goal.
back to my point. Egal, you said the same thing about Chelsea and the last season, and the one thing that I always remained objective on, even though I wasn't the strongest when it comes to punch out. I always had a belief that I didn't know how good these players are until I see a manager that actually makes the good players separate from the bad players. And that's one thing that we need a manager for. I don't like this recency bias thing that all of a sudden every single player in our team is crap. I don't believe that. And we've seen it, as I said, with Chelsea. A year ago, we thought 90% of the Chelsea players are crap. A year later, 90% of them actually look good, and we can tell who the 10% crap ones are. A year ago, we thought Enzo was the
Changed
best
my life,
midfielder
man.
they have. Now Enzo, I'm hearing from Chelsea fans that Enzo doesn't get in this midfield over Caicedo and what's his name, and Lavia. And that just
Yep.
shows you how much coaching can do. I always say this. I say this on every platform. Coaching is very underestimated when I talk to a lot of people. They think that coaching is just a manager there just to give a couple tactics and that's it. If I said this earlier, if Ainge can get people like Timo Werner and some of these bench players to play some of the most expensive football in the league, to play the most attacking football in the league, to create the amount of chances that they create per game in the league, and that's what scrubs. Like, that's no disrespect to Spurs. I like Spurs' starting 11. I can't stand their bench. But the fact that he could play some of their bench players and they maintain the same tempo and most of them improve under this manager, you cannot tell me that you can underestimate any manager United get. By no means whatsoever am I saying is the next manager going to come in and he's going to make this squad a title competing squad. However, we are sitting 14th. This squad is not 14th. Last season, I said that squad was not 9th. 8th. We finished 8th. We were not 8th. And a year later, a season later, he made us 14th. A manager will come in, and I believe this team, just based on talent, should have been competing for top 4. That was the minimum that I expected. I didn't want to go anything above, and I didn't want to go anything below. Because anything more, I might have been overestimating them. But to completely dismiss Amorim coming in and saying, oh, yeah, I think it's going to be the same thing. You have no basis on that other than you hope. And I get it. You're a rival. You shouldn't want me to do well. So I have no problem with you saying that. But there's no basis for you to say that Amorim is going to come in and fail other than you just hope that it happens because you don't like United and you're an Arsenal fan. Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Mourinho, and Ole, all of them failed for different reasons. Plus, the people that are hiring Amorim are not the same people that hired these 4 coaches. So it's super disingenuous to try and say that it's going to fail because 4 other managers fail. Because by that concept, Maresca should fail as well because Pochettino failed, Graham Potter failed, Lampard failed, and they've had a few failing managers in a row. If you just go by that basis, it means that you will never change anything. Like, someone has to start the winning cycle. That's just how it is. And you've given that that time and patience for what's his name, for Arteta, but you never give that to anyone else. And I get it, because when it comes to your club, you want to look at the glass half full. When it comes to your opponents, yes, we all do that. I think it's a subconscious thing where we do it, and you're like, you know what? We try to find reasons why it won't work. But you can't just sit there and guarantee it. I'm not gonna lie. It just pissed me off that today you chose the day to do it. Because I'm not even joking with you.
Same.
I've generally, bro, like, I'm not even joking with you because I was starting to fall out of love with football. Like, it's not even a joke. I was trying to find excuses not to watch the game. Like, I would turn off my alarm hoping that I would oversleep the game. I'd be like, oh, sorry, guys, I couldn't do a watch along. I fell asleep today. And then I find myself waking up like 20 minutes before the game, like, fuck, now I got to watch it because I'm actually up. I genuinely hated my team. Like, this is not even a joke, bro. I hated my team. I hated watching my club. This guy was mentally abusing us, bro.
Staffy, I'm gonna say something.
I hear it, bro.
1 second. 1 second. Staffy, you had 2 of your worst seasons under Ten Hag over the last 2 years, and you won trophies, right? That's what Shikh was talking about earlier. Now, you are going to have a situation where if you guys progress in the league, but you don't win trophies, there's going to be a select few of fans who are going to still glorify those trophy wins, remember those trophy wins, and put down the next manager. There's going to be a cycle, and there's always a level of toxicity within your fan base. Your fan base is one of the biggest in the world, and you know this more than me. So I am just saying what I have been seeing for the last many years that I've been watching football, plus what I've been seeing while I've been doing content. While I've been doing content, you've had three managers and a couple interns, and I've seen the same thing over and over and over again. Give whatever manager comes in time. I'm not criticizing whatever you guys do. Maybe your ownership can change, but your fan base has a way of doing things, and I don't think that changes unless there's major success quickly. And I think there's a lack of patience from your own fan base, similar to how I see with Chelsea's fan base. And I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Arsenal has toxic fans too. I know that. I'm just showing you guys what I have from experience, and I'm telling you right now. Remember this, guys. This is what's going to happen. Manchester United is going to hire a manager, whoever it is. If it's Rude, they're going to compare him to Oli. If it's somebody else who comes in, Amran, they're going to give him time. But 1 year in, if he doesn't start delivering some sort of silverware, they're gonna reflect back to Ten Hag, saying, "Oh my God, Ten Hag was able to win even though we're finishing 12th and 10th," comparing him to Ten Hag. And if you guys are doing well, and it's not entertaining, they're going to compare him to Oli and be like, Oli, even though we weren't winning every game, we were somewhat entertaining or something like that. That's what's going to happen. And I've been seeing it, and I'm just telling you, I don't think Leopards change their spots. That's
not true, Egal, because
I'll be real. This is very opinionated. Like it's dependent on a lot of ifs.
Bro,
like,
I've seen it. I rewatched.
And even if they were to have a good season and go trophyless, they should probably look at it in terms of some negatives too, because they didn't win anything, and that's what the football season's about. But that doesn't mean like the idea would be the manager has to go because of that. It's dependent on the season.
Listen,
I get what you're saying. It's very opinionated, but my thing is, if Pep became United manager tomorrow, best manager in the world, Pep Guardiola, like, who would actually survive if they were to do a rebuild from this whole team? Maybe
we're not doing another rebuild. This is what you guys don't actually know, bro. Like we don't need another rebuild. This summer, I don't want to put words in you guys' mouth, but most people this summer said, you know what, Ineos look different from the Glazers. They got rid of a lot of the deadwood. We sold about 11, 12 players. We signed players that most people agreed with. Oh, look at these players. Xerxes looks good. Oh, I wanted Ugarte. He was linked with Chelsea. Oh, this guy's good. Oh, Matthijs de Ligt. He played for Juventus and Bayern and Ajax. He's so good. Most people agreed with the summer. Then this manager gets them to play shit football, and I'm supposed to believe there were scrubs? 2 months ago, no one was saying there were scrubs. When people say we need another rebuild, you guys all said that we cleared the deadwood in the summer. And I agreed. I thought you're never going to get rid of every bad player in this team. There's still some players that I want to go. There's ones that are prioritized over the others. But we got rid of so many players. And we all said, you know what? Even if Ten Hag gets sacked this season, we're going to leave a team that looks better than last year. We all said that in the summer. So I just don't know why the energy is changing now. You cannot tell me that this squad, you don't have to rate everyone, by the way. This is very subjective. Sam might like Garnacho. I might not say, you know what, he's not good. Sheikh might like.
I'll say I didn't think that, but I'll also agree with you that it might not be fair to fully judge those players playing under Ten Hag. And you bring a fair point where you say another manager could get a bit more. So I hear it. I do still think you need changes somewhere,
100%.
But you could rely on being more defensively solid and still be a team that could compete for Europe. So I hear it.
Lewis, but that's the point that I'm trying to make. The whole team looked bad. You cannot convince me that every player in this team is bad, because 18 months ago we were saying, oh, Rashford is scoring 30 goals. He should go for the Balon d'Or list this year. Oh, Casemiro, look at his signing. Best signing we've made from Real Madrid. Oh, look at Lisandro Martinez, the best center back in the league. And then 2 years later, actually less than 2 years later, about a year and a half later, all these guys are scrubs and all these guys need to be sold and we need another rebuild. You don't need rebuilds every year and a half or every 18 months or even less than that. You need managers that actually gets the best out of the players. And then you tend to see, you know what, who are the rotten eggs. And that's why I use Chelsea as an example. Chelsea, Maresca, the best thing he's done so far is that he made about 90% of the players show their true colors. And that's why they could sit here confidently and say, you know what, Enzo doesn't get in our midfield because Caicedo and Lavia are balling out. A year ago, everyone thought Enzo was better than all of them. A year ago, everyone thought Nico Jackson was a scrub. A year ago, people did it. There was so many players that no one rated the way we do. And this is what I'm saying. Coaching needs to be we need to stop undermining coaching. Coaching can
make a great point. I'll be real.
Ten Hag lies and he says, oh, I can't work magic. No, I've seen enough managers. Bro, 18 months ago, Griggs made the best point yesterday on side stream. He said 18 months ago, we knocked out Barcelona in the Europa League and we beat them convincingly. 18 months later, they're bopping Barcelona off the pitch with another manager, and we look like we're nowhere near it. 18 months later, how did we regress that much in 18 months when we completely played them off the pitch?
I
That's
don't
what
think you
people
regress.
don't
He's
understand.
speaking facts,
Barcelona.
100%.
I'm not saying all of our players are great.
Good.
Trust me, there's few that I don't even still like, and eventually I want them replaced. But to sit here and think that our squad is worse than Brentford, our squad is worse than Brighton, our squad is worse.
I don't think me or Egal are saying that.
13
I
teams
don't
better
think
than
you're the 14th. I don't think you're the 14th best squad in the league, but I'm looking at some of these players and I don't think they're good either.
So
Even
who
with
is
a
them? I'm
proper
actually
coach.
curious. Who do you think? Like, name a couple. Obviously, don't go through. Name
Okay, I'll tell you right now from your last. Obviously, there are the ones that probably 19. I don't want to speak for people, but 99% of the people think they're good enough. Like Kobe Mainu, everyone knows he's good enough. Onana, it's question marks because he's sometimes good, sometimes not that good. Casemiro, it's a matter of legs. Eriksen, it's a matter of legs and age, even though he's a good footballer. De Ligt, I think, is good. Martinez, 50-50, we don't know. Mazraoui, he's a good player, but nothing special. Dalot probably had one of his worst ever games, to be honest with you. Bruno Fernandes, the less said about him, the better, even as a leader. Rashford, once again, he's also very inconsistent. Some seasons he's very good, some seasons he isn't. Garnacho is a youngster, so up and down. Højlund and Xerxes, none of them are ready now. None of them are ready now to score
And don't
20
forget
Premier
the
League
spinning
goals.
top.
Diallo is a youngster who could perform at a high level, yes, but we don't know that yet. Ugarte can shine under a new manager.
But do you see
100%.
how many question marks you have, Hassan? And that's what I'm saying. Coaching, we can actually look at this stream in a month from now. Let's say Ruben Amorim comes in right now. And in a month
But the
from now,
coach won't
he can play
answer
good
all the
football.
questions.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No,
We
but
change
things
our
always look good
opinion
at the
based on what
beginning.
we see. And that's very fine, by the way. You can look back at the stream and be like, wow, look how good some of these players that I named and I put all these question marks on because I thought they were shit. But apparently it was Ten Hag who made them look shit. But look at this manager. Oh my God, all of a sudden, Casemiro looks like he has legs again. All of a sudden, what's his name? Rashford is scoring again. All of a sudden, Martinez looks like he could defend again. This is what I'm trying to say. And
No,
next
but
I hear
this
it.
happens
you
all
get
the
a
time.
competent
Because
manager.
people forget
It's
we
also
were
about, like,
11 for 12
mentality
in
and stuff, too.
April last season.
One
And look at
second.
the difference now. So I completely hear your perspective. A
Yeah,
different
there are
manager.
players
Guys,
that
there's a big
you don't
difference.
change
There's
your
a big
mind on
difference.
regardless. Robertson was crap under Klopp, and I still think he's crap, even under Slot.
Yeah, but that's
No,
different.
but
He's a little
Staffy's
bit
saying as
washed.
well,
Yeah,
there's
but
going to be
then-
some players
But
that
then
are still
Hassan, I
just
could bring
rubbed
up
out.
Gravenberch. I could be like, Gravenberch wasn't good last season. But
Yeah,
now
that's
he's
what I'm saying.
fucking
Some will work,
Exactly,
some
Gravenberch,
won't.
that's a perfect
Not
example.
everyone's going to be
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
No, I
That's
just
the
feel like it's
best
from
thing
my
you can do.
personal opinion because I saw
just wanna
United
get
rubbed
back
out
to
as a
my
squad
main point.
regardless. And he's got a fair point.
Nobody's sitting here and saying you guys sacking Ten Hag, everything's just going to still be shit. No, obviously there's going to be an upturn in form.
But you're predicting it to fail, Egal, and
One
I
second.
don't like
Yeah.
that. I'm
One
not gonna lie.
second. You failed 5 times in a row. There's no evidence to say you're going to fail to say you're going to succeed on the 6th try.
But there's no evidence that we will fail as well. It's just like
No,
I'm not selling anyone hopium. I'm not saying this manager is going to be the one to take us back to win the league. But you're completely writing it off from the beginning. And I'm not gonna lie, this is why I said it's bitter. Not because like we're in a situation that we're even competing with you. It's like you're looking at us, you're like, these guys are happy that they got a new manager. Let me just tell them from the beginning he's gonna fail. Like I don't think
bro,
there's any
I don't
reason
even
for
know
you
who you're
to
going to bring in. How can I say it's going to fail? I'm just simply saying at this
You did.
moment
You
in
said
time,
Amarim would fail.
at this
You
moment in
did. You think
time,
it's gonna fail.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you failed because the same things have been happening year in, year out.
Well, the likelihood is, Egal, let's be honest, the likelihood is that a manager goes into a club and he doesn't win anything. There's a higher percentage that a manager goes in and he fails higher than him actually staying and being well. So
And
that's
as much
fine.
as you guys want to make it, as much as everyone wants to criticize Ten Hag for his league performances, if the next manager comes in and has better league performances but doesn't win anything, they're still going to be criticized because Ten Hag had terrible performances, still was able to lift trophies. That was my point.
Yeah, but that's what me and Shikh, as an example, have been battling for over a year now, is that we were never blindsided by the trophies. We appreciate the trophies. And I said also on my stream earlier, you will never catch me on any stream saying, I don't want to win this cup. I want to win everything from the Carabao Cup to the Champions League. I never belittle the Carabao Cup, and I celebrate them all like they mean something. However, I was never a fool where I thought that this covers or masks over what happens in the league because I'm seeing progression in the league. Chelsea right now, if you ask anyone who's better, because we were both shit last season, who's better, Chelsea or United, everyone's going to say Chelsea. However, Chelsea didn't win a trophy last season and we did. So why do people think Chelsea are now better than us, even though we have a trophy and we didn't? These are the people that, no disrespect, if you think like that, that's fine with you, but I can't take you seriously, number one. And number two, you just don't know how football works. The league, they always say this, the league doesn't lie. Progression in the league actually is measured more than winning trophies. Everyone wants to win trophies, but this just goes back to what Ten Hag said. He said we're the second most successful team in the country after City because we won the most trophies. No one here actually believes that. And that's why this narcissist that he actually left, we are celebrating. Egal, you need to get it. We were being manipulated by a narcissist, bro.
I know.
And now he's gone. I am celebrating. I told the people today on my stream,
I've
never been to jail, but I think this is the closest it feels to being let out of jail.
Bro,
and
honestly,
I've never been to jail.
No, but bro, I'm not saying you can't be happy, but I'm seeing the same people who are celebrating when Oli left, celebrating now, and I'm just saying to myself, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys would be celebrating again in a couple of years' time.
Guess what, Egal? If Ruben Amorim does bad, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yes, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that, Egal.
And we're gonna keep going until we get it right.
Wrong with that.
Exactly.
If something's not working out, you want to change
stop
it.
saying
You're not
the
just going to
managers
continue
are the
allowing it.
Because the circumstances are different, Egal.
No, now that you have new ownership, I expect them to take a lot more of the blame than the managers.
So, yeah, let me ask you something. Is it fair for me to think that Ineos will get it right on their first try? And when I say I mean like winning the league. Can they find a league-winning manager on their first attempt?
No.
Okay, so I actually should be expecting Amorim to come in and actually not win me a league in the next couple of years, because the likelihood if you getting it right on the first time, it's a very slim chance for it to happen. No one here, I keep using Chelsea as an example because they had a new ownership. They're on what? Their fourth, fifth manager?
Yeah, they still haven't gone
happens. That's actually how it is supposed to be. But it doesn't mean that because Jose Mourinho was sacked because he was toxic. Oli was sacked because his tactics were naive. Louis van Gaal was sacked. I thought he was sacked wrongly, but his football was boring. Moyes just couldn't keep up with the fact that he was replacing Sir Alex. They all had different reasons. And at the end of the day, the people that are hiring Amorim, let's say Amorim's coming in. The people that are hiring Amorim are not the same people that hired and fired the managers before. At the end of the day, Ten Hag wasn't an Ineos signing. It was a Glazers hiring. So they didn't even owe him that type of loyalty. If anything, they showed me that they stayed with him as long as they could until they couldn't no more because there was too much pressure from the fans and we were on free fall. So they're like, no, we got to step in and actually change this. So I shouldn't, as a realistic, objective fan that has any like brain cells, I shouldn't expect Amorim to come in and be the best thing since Sir Alex. He might be, but I shouldn't. I got to give him time as well and see maybe, all right, he's a good manager, but maybe he ran out of his depth. Maybe he got unlucky throughout a couple seasons where he didn't get the best signings or he had a few injuries and that's why he didn't win trophies. But maybe he left us in a better place where we weren't 14th, where we weren't 21st in the Europa League. And that's very fine. And that's very objective to think that. But we shouldn't rule it out just because of our past. That's just called trauma, Egal. It's like if my girlfriend cheated on me, my ex cheated on me, now I'm assuming every girl is going to cheat on me. That would be unjust for me because they're all different people. So if I live my whole life thinking every girl is going to cheat on me, I'm never going to date anyone again. And I can't do that when it comes to other managers. Because we failed with other managers, I shouldn't assume that the next one and the next one and the next one, we might as well just shut down the club then. Because according to that logic, with consistency, we're never going to win the league again. Or we're never going to be good again.
Hey, you guys are halfway to 20 years like us.
Yeah, you haven't won a league since 2004. Should you stop trying? No, you keep going. And you listen, you didn't win the league last year. Did you say, you know what? Arteta failed twice.
I've won a trophy in 4 years.
Time. No, you still go in and you believe you're going to be better. And that's how it should be. Because what happened yesterday isn't the reason that something today is going to happen. Yesterday was a different day and tomorrow is going to be a different day. So circumstances change.
We'll see what the new manager does with some of
this one question though. Would you if we're here off the back of the next managerial sacking, would you be surprised if the reactions from your fans would not be similar?
It will most likely be similar if we're not winning.
It'll be similar.
Okay. It all depends on the context.
Similar to me.
That was the whole
sacking for a fair reason. It could be like the Tuchel sacking.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Here's the thing. I think you guys forget how much I was pro Ten Hag.
Not every sacking is a celebration.
I was so pro.
It's in the eyes of the fan.
I was so you streamed with me a lot. I was so pro Ten Hag, but I just changed overnight. Like a lot of things accumulated for me to eventually become this. So if Ruben Amorim comes in and I said this on the terrace, and I'm repeat this here. If Ruben Amorim does exactly what Ten Hag said, which is come in after being successful with his club, signs a bunch of players from Sporting as an example, and in the first couple months say, well, you know what? I can't play Sporting football here. I'm just going to create a hybrid version, which is what Ten Hag did. And then he shits the bed. I'm going to be like, well, what did I hire you for? I hired you for a sample of what I seen. It's like, I said this as well. If you hire a chef because he showed you a sample of food and you tasted it was good, and he's an Italian chef, and you're like, oh my God, this food is so good. I want to hire you for a party. He comes to the party and he fucking makes sushi. Of course, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is this? Because I didn't hire you for this. I hired you for something different. If Ruben Amorim comes in and gives up all his philosophy, he does all the shit that Ten Hag said, it would be logical for me and Shikh to be like, wait, what the fuck is this? Nah, I'm not with this. Amorim out. And it should be like that. I shouldn't owe him anything just because, like, oh, the concept of I shouldn't want a manager sacked. No. Flawless, shout out Flawless. He's in the chat. He always says this. Time is earned, not granted. I don't owe you time. You have to earn your time. And if I see you working towards something, I'm going to believe in it. If there's evidence, I'm going to be like, you know what? Fair enough. You're working. I'm going to let you cook. I'm going to let you cook and I'm going to come back when I think you're done. And that's how it should be with every manager, Egal.
Mm-hmm. No blind process or anything. You show why you deserve time, and other than that, piss off.
100%.
Look at Lewis.
Thank you for sending me the link.
Lewis, don't forget.
Come on, man. I've been through this entire journey they've been on 6 months.
Bro, I was so happy to see Lewis in my chat today. I was like, bro, he can relate to everything I felt, bro.
Again, you could have waited a week.
Lewis was standing right in front of Potter. We believe in you. Don't listen to anybody. 2 days later, get him out.
Yeah, and I regret that. I've said that for ages because that was the worst Chelsea team that I've seen in my life. But at least I can admit to that. I keep saying, if I knew Potter was coming after
stood in front of him, said, "We believe in you."
Yeah, and you know what I said afterwards? I got cut out. Sell Havertz.
But you could actually use that as a way to say, actually, Lewis was more patient than he should have been, not the other way around.
No. With Potter, I should have been.
Anything, I was patient.
With Potter, I should have been more patient. Like we gave him a trash squad, so I should. That was my L. Poch can get fucked though.
I hear you, bro.
Big up, Poch.
Thank you for sending me the link.
Big up, Staffy.
Yeah. I'm starving, so I'm gonna go eat some biryani. Biryani defeated Ten Hag.
Enjoy, man.
I thought you were gonna say bagels, but fair enough. Today is biryani.
I don't eat bagels at 5 p.m. This guy thinks people in the tri-state or New York eat bagels 24/7. Bagel is breakfast. You don't eat bagel after like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock max. It's 5 o'clock.
Listen, I don't know there was a time cap on bagels. You could eat bagels anytime you want.
Do you eat breakfast at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, some people have pancakes at night. Adi.
You eat falafel at 5 p.m.? You eat falafel at 5
p.m.?
Yes,
I eat falafel at night.
Wallahi, this is proof that you're the I don't know, bro. You guys deal with the Jordanian guys. I'm going.
Anyway, big up to you, Staffy, man. Make sure you guys go to Staffy TV. Big up to all of you guys in the chat. Let me just do a couple of these super chats before we move on to a different topic. Big up to all of you guys. By the way, Lautaro Martinez 7th, Mbappe 6th, and Haaland is in 5th place. So we're closing in on actually finding exactly who wins this Ballon d'Or stuff. So big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Let me just do a couple of these super chats. Of course, big up to Zir. Once again, W's in the chat for him for dropping in the big super chat. Big up to you, Habibi. Congrats, bro. Keep grinding. My guy, Redline Tiranga. Big up to you. Thank you so much. 40K, only the start, Habibi. We keep on delivering content for you guys. Big up, ELCN says, big up for the 40K, onwards and upwards. Thank you so much, ELCN. Appreciate you, my brother. Big up to you. Always showing us love. Big up to AMG Gunnar, who drops in the super sticker.
What, Avi?
Big up to you, AMG Gunnar. I can't lie to you. That Avi is insane still. I thought twice before putting it up on the screen, but yeah, that's a crazy Avi still. Big up to you. I've seen worse, though. I have seen worse.
Yeah, there's a lot worse.
Yeah, there is a lot worse. There's one with Ten Hag photoshopped. I'm not even going to say anything. Big up to C24 says, an Arsenal fan saying a trophy doesn't matter is like saying smoking won't kill you.
I never said a trophy doesn't matter. Don't be
Hello, stupid. You play to win trophies is what C24
Don't be stupid. Says. I never said a trophy doesn't matter. You guys know what I mean. I simply said you can win those trophies, but in the grand scheme of things, your team's not progressing. So are you really improving your team?
I mean, Shikh would probably say improvement trophies right now.
This is what I would say right now. Listen, I just got free I just came out of jail from Ten Hag. I don't care about tomorrow.
Man said, I don't want to
next
answer
week.
questions. There you are. You're so.
I-
You know,
I
you know what those trophies are
I
like.
don't care about tomorrow. I don't care about next week. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm
You know
free
what
now.
those trophies
That's
are
really
like,
just what it
though?
is. I'm looking
Let me give
forward
you a
to stuff.
perfect example. Those trophies are like going out, scoring, and then the next thing you know, that girl gives you something. That's what that is. That's what those trophies are like. Because those trophies, in the grand scheme of things, have caused you more pain than benefit.
Fair.
The trophies haven't
Fair
caused
enough.
us any pain. We were still sitting here saying that he needed to be gone.
Ten Hag
regardless.
would have
I'm not
been
sitting
sacked
here-
if it wasn't for those trophies a long time ago.
Ten Hag
No, it
should
was
have been
reported
sacked
that he was getting
regardless by any
sacked
odds.
regardless of the final,
Yes,
like a few
he was
days
getting
before.
sacked regardless. We met with
And they
our
also
managers,
spoke to
Egal. That's what I'm
Tuchel and a
trying to
bunch
tell
of
you.
other
Like,
coaches.
exactly. The decision had nothing to do with that. We've sacked
You know
managers
what's
before who
actually
won
really
trophies.
weird? The performance they had against West Ham was probably one of their better performances. Like in the last 3-4 months, they could have won that game by like 7 goals, but then, yeah, they sack him after this game. So yeah, fair enough. Man United squad isn't Chelsea's, and no matter what manager isn't top 4. That's I agree with that as well. Yes, we
Same.
were saying the Chelsea squad was shit, but at least the Chelsea squad was filled with youngsters and players with potential and question marks. The problem with the Man United one is it's not the same. It's not youngsters and who can get better or get coached. Some we know for a fact are crap. Yani. Even with Pep, they'll be crap. Same with me. Slot or not. I don't rate Robertson. There's players I don't rate in my team regardless.
But
Real
I do
Madrid-
hear the narrative that they could be better with a different coach. They might not be a rubbed out squad.
Yes, better, but where though? Like 6th?
How far?
Yeah, like competing Europa or something. I don't think
Yeah,
they'll.
I hear it. I agree with you if you say that. Real Madrid competing with Arsenal for spoiled crying toddler award. There you are, Momo. There you are, of course.
I mean, they've made a big push for it in the last 24 hours. I won't lie.
They have done. They have done. Big up to Lex who says, why listen to a guy that backs Arteta?
Why are you watching? Well,
Oh, damn, Lex.
Big up Lex, man. Big up
Just
Lex.
like that, Furs. Your shout out, Lex,
Yeah.
still.
Like that,
Big
yeah.
up, Lex.
Lex, you just held the L on that still. Big up to Caster who says, Inshallah, Southgate, Ya Rab. Ya Rab, they get Southgate. I hope Amarim says no.
Don't
They
need
get
none of this, man.
Southgate. Oh my God, that'll be the most beautiful thing
I would
ever.
be surprised if he leaves mid-season. I'll say that.
I'll say that
Amazing.
too. I would be
I
surprised.
think it might be maybe a pre-agreement for next season, maybe.
If Southgate
They-
goes to Manchester United, everything I just said is going to be 10 times more toxic because they're going to have
Yes,
experience
this
in
is
England.
This is true. This is true.
It's all good.
Big up to my guy 2K Universe Elite who says Amarim's career will die in Manchester. You know what's funny? Actually, City want him after Pep. If I'm in his place, I ain't doing it. I'll be honest with you.
Shout
I'm
out
probably waiting and then going to City. And big up to Omar as well.
Waiting
Thank you so
for
much for the
charges.
super chat. Big up to you. Says I watched the final of Sporting versus Porto. And Sporting went down to 10 men. Amarim coached the game where Sporting should have won. This is proper appointment. Hopefully, it comes after a Chelsea win, is what Omar says.
Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
We'll see. We'll see when it happens.
Are you saying
The one
Chelsea's
thing I
gonna
will
lose?
say though is
No, he's saying after a win against Chelsea, no? Because he's
Yeah.
talking about this is a proper
I'll laugh.
appointment for them.
Yeah,
Yo,
comes
all
after
this
a Chelsea
positivity around Chelsea, watch them lose to Manchester United, Arsenal back to back.
Oh, you're
Listen,
calling
listen.
that?
Yeah, you're losing back to back. At least
Time
I know you're
stamp.
losing to my team.
1
No,
hour,
but
8 seconds. Beautiful.
Minimum.
Timestamp.
Yes.
Flip it, bro. What do you mean? Manchester United just got their manager sacked. All the players are up for it. They're
Well done,
gassed.
Egal. Well
What are they
done.
gonna do?
Well done.
They're gonna come ready to play.
Yeah, perfect.
Just checking up on you. Sorry, brother. Just
Yeah.
hoping
By the way,
you-
Even I'm not
how's
going to
your
say that.
luxury player
Egal.
that you
Even I'm
kicked me
not
up
saying
for?
that.
Huh?
This Chelsea team.
How's
It's a
your
whole bunch
luxury
of
player
therapy
sitting on the
going
bench?
on, so I just let them discuss,
that?
let them get it out, and
How's your
you,
luxury
Taking.
player sitting on the bench?
Oh, Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be correct on that. I'll give you that one still. Because, boy. No. You know what? Lavia's my best 6. Caicedo's my best 8. It's a little bit techie still.
I'm used to it.
What
7,000 like tweets that in a couple years' time I always get it right. Odegaard versus Havertz, I was right. This one, I'm right. I'm gonna just keep
Odegaard
showing you.
versus Havertz.
Remember that time when I was on the terrace after we won the North London Derby, and then when you guys won the Champions League with Havertz scoring the winner, you guys re-clipped it and said this guy compared Havertz to Odegaard.
Oh wait, so now you're correct about that, and Odegaard's better than Havertz.
No, he always was.
Okay, cool. I was going to say, what narrative are you running at with that one? Because I
Nah,
probably
you always
agree
try
with
to
you.
clip me up for Chelsea takes. Next thing you know, I'm
I
always right.
actually haven't clipped you up yet. I actually haven't clipped you.
Bro, you literally have a out of context account.
Not mine. Someone else
Okay,
runs
fair.
that. I don't even know who runs that.
I think I know who, but I'm not gonna speculate. But anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. We're 8 likes away from 400. Also, once again, thank you to everyone in the chat for 40k subscribers. We hit it, ladies and gentlemen. We got there. Big up to all of you guys. The road to 50k starts now, so make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. Go subscribe to all these guys' channel as well. I'm gonna add Staffy's link in the description. And Egal, since you've been talking too much from the start, you get me. Let's talk Arsenal versus Liverpool. Let's talk about your game. All the conspiracy theories in the world, Egal. There's a conspiracy against Arsenal. Talk to me, brother. What are you telling me?
Guys, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. Sick and tired. It started yesterday. Actually, it started a long time ago. Really long time ago, but I don't remember exactly which game. But I've just stockpiled so many different decisions and things that have gone against us to the point where the chaos at the Emirates in that final moment in the game, in the 89th minute, 89th and 44 seconds into the game, you have a situation where Anthony Taylor is literally watching as Arsenal are about to go on to score their third goal and blows the whistle for no apparent reason. In the lead up to that potential third and final goal just before extra time. If Arsenal go on to score that goal, we go on to win the game. Fuck everything else that happened in the game. Forget about the rest of the game. Just that one moment right there is a potential title-changing moment. Anthony Taylor, what the fuck was he thinking? First of all, if you're calling the foul on Kivior beating Szoboszlai to the ball, that is, you're rewarding Szoboszlai for being a fucking coward and not jumping for the ball. Number one.
Okay, Gal. You know, I came ready for you.
Number two. How are you?
One second, Gal. 1 second. Let's show the people what you're talking about before number two. Maybe. Yeah, let's talk about it. So this right here, Curtis Jones header clearing it. Szoboszlai against Kivior, clear foul, obviously.
Where's the foul? Where's the foul?
Are you serious, Gal?
He doesn't touch him until he's already in the air.
It doesn't touch him, so you can ride the player's back. So that's not a foul.
That's not a foul, bro. The guy hasn't jumped.
Literally, look where his left hand is, Egal. Don't do this on purpose.
Bro, that's not a foul, bro.
Okay, now after this, that's a foul. Clearly,
he could have actually injured him.
Okay, now this is also a foul.
No, there's no.
Yeah, that's an elbow.
And it's a
debatable handball.
That's not what he called it for. He said he called it.
He called it for the foul before.
He said he called it for Kivior. Now, my question
even if the foul earlier on wasn't called, this goal would have been ruled off for a handball and build up.
Bro, he didn't even let the goal go through through.
Yeah, but the point is, it would have been ruled out anyway, Egal.
No, bro, that's bullshit.
So right here, you have this foul, which is a foul because he obviously literally riding him right here. You get me?
100%.
He's literally riding Szoboszlai, Egal.
Okay, so explain to me why the Newcastle goal was allowed at Newcastle when Arsenal played Gabriel.
This is where you lose us because you know the refs aren't consistent.
Sam, the reason why I'm annoyed by this.
Are you talking about Newcastle away 1-0?
Last season, yeah. They're talking about a last season decision, bruv.
Yeah, but even then I said Arsenal were wrong against Newcastle.
Yeah, like the referees are going to be inconsistent. The fact is, this was the correct decision.
It's not inconsistencies, this and that. Why are we consistently getting victimized? We are the fucking victims of the fucking Premier League referees.
Yeah, because you act like the victims of the Premier League. That's why. You're the victims of the Premier League because you move like it.
Yes, you think it's only you though.
Explain to me.
Why this is the first time in years I've heard Arsenal fans moan about Anthony Taylor. I've got years of stuff to moan about.
Why is it Lewis, why is it he's standing right in front of it? Why is it he doesn't blow the whistle immediately? Why does he wait?
Probably because he takes a second to come to his decision.
Why does he wait?
Like, God forbid he takes a second or two to decide.
What the fuck are we doing here, bro?
What do you mean? What are you doing? You're like, he didn't give the
You
decision
understand
quickly
that
enough.
The player, the referee, is supposed to let the game go on, or if he's gonna call the whistle immediately. You don't wait.
So you're contradicting yourself then,
then
bro.
let the play completely progress to a goal.
But then you're contradicting yourself. In one hand, you're saying let the game progress. The second, you're saying why didn't he do it immediately?
Yes.
What?
Why didn't he do it immediately?
Why even bring up the point before about letting the game progress?
This is a clear goal scoring opportunity that he's denying for no apparent foul. This is a phantom foul.
Literally just said the foul.
The guy Kivior jumped to the ball before Szoboszlai even got up. Szoboszlai, if you say, oh, he fouled him, he didn't use his body weight to jump on him. He maybe was trying to balance himself as he was coming down after he got the header. Anthony Taylor, if he
whatever context, it's a foul, bro.
If he called the foul on Kivior, and then he went on to wait until Havertz won the ball to then go clear on goal. Excuse me, he should have called it before then. If not,
no, but look, how are you arguing about the timing of the decision?
If not, one second.
God,
If not, you could also talk about other decisions through the game. We could talk about other decisions that happened in the game, but this was the most chaotic part of the game. Why blow the whistle? Let VR look at it. This is clearly. This is not,
bro. The guy literally was riding Szoboszlai.
Michael Oliver.
Let VAR look at it so you could potentially get away. It's a foul.
And now here there's the Havertz elbow.
We've seen it before with Michael Oliver, Anthony Taylor, all these referees.
And handball.
They grab the headlines. They find ways to fuck up the game. We've seen it with what do you call it? Liverpool just last year versus Man City. The guy literally got kicked in the chest. And they should have given a penalty.
That happens every match, every week, every year.
In the game, these referees absolutely bottle stupid decisions like this. And the moment he realized it was a goal-scoring opportunity, he called the foul.
It wasn't because it was a goal-scoring opportunity. He took a second to think about the decision and called it.
One Mississippi, two
It's
Mississippi,
literal seconds.
5 Mississippi. He waited 5 fucking Mississippis to call the foul.
Who's counting in Mississippi's? It's like a second or two.
Bro, man waited 5 seconds to call the foul that happened right in front of his eyes in the dying moments of the game.
Yeah, because he took a second to process it and call the decision.
Havertz had time to receive the ball, which is not a handball, by the way, because he received the ball on his shoulder, not his arm.
Debatable.
Also, if you guys are saying it's a foul, on Konate, he didn't fucking call a foul on Konate. He didn't call a foul on Trent. He didn't call a foul on anybody.
Because he called it before.
In what world is jumping before your opponent gets to the ball a foul? And also, he didn't even fully grab him. He just put one hand maybe to balance himself at the end. To say that's a foul, you guys are lying now. Now you're saying players, when they're about to fall and somebody's around there, they can't help themselves break their fall.
I've literally seen this get called against us.
Havertz elbowed Konate, and it was a Havertz handball. So there are 3 different reasons to disallow that goal. You know me. I've already cussed out Premier League referees 100 times. If I thought it was a robbery, I would have said so. Lewis knows, Jacob for a fact knows, and Shikh knows. I have no problem cussing out Premier League referees. I've insulted them plenty of times. I have said this team got robbed, that team got robbed 100 times. But when I'm watching this specific instance, we just replayed it to you for you step by step. Even if it was not a foul on Szoboszlai, Havertz elbows Konate, handballs it.
That's
so even if he did not blow his whistle, that would have been ruled off for a handball in the build-up and an elbow from Havertz to Konate.
It was not a handball. Do you not know the handball rule?
It literally touched him here.
Bro, it's not a handball. Play it again. It hits his shoulder. You're up to this level. This is your
shoulder, brother. I go to the gym. I know. This is shoulder. This is arm. This
bro, up to here, they consider your shoulder.
Man. Your performance today.
Go look at the rules. The rule book clearly states up to your part of your sleeve is considered your shoulder. You can receive the ball, and it's not considered a handball.
No, that's crazy.
Why are we trying to lie here? We all know the handball rule. We all know
This
the
is,
handball.
so is
I
this
was
a
in the
foul?
Champions League final, and there was a handball
That's a
given
foul.
that was
That's a foul.
less
That is
of
a foul. He's
handball.
pushing his,
That's
he's
a foul.
pushing his
First of
arm
all.
out
That's not what he called it
sideways, by the way.
That's not what he
One
called it
arm's going up, the other one's
the other
going
arm is doing
He's
this.
going
sideways.
to elbow Konate. He's going
Stop
to
trying to
Is
elbow.
win
this
that
a foul
argument.
first?
That's not what he called it for. And if you're trying
Is
to say
this
it's
a
a
foul?
handball,
We're
Yes
not
or no?
saying that's what we
Oh
called
my
it for. We're
God.
saying that still would have
Egal,
been
is
called
this a
back.
foul or no?
Oh my
that's not a
God.
foul and that's not a handball. That's not what he called it for.
His elbows. I'm
We're not
asking
saying
you
it's not what he
called.
called it for. We're saying it would have been called back for that too.
That's not what he called it for.
We're not saying that. Listen,
not
we're
saying
saying
that.
it would have been
Relevant
called
argument.
back for that.
1 second. Why are we trying to talk about?
Is this a
something that
foul,
has
Egal,
nothing
or
to do with
no?
the actual reason why they called the foul?
Elbow to the face,
again.
literally, and handball.
That's not a handball. I just showed you.
What's this?
That's not a handball. It's
That's
part
not
of the
shoulder.
sleeve. That's not a
That's not
handball.
shoulder.
That's
That's
not a
not
handball.
shoulder.
I'm actually not too sure about whether that's handball
no
or not.
handball.
I'm not sure.
Hitting your
But I
shoulder
think
is
that's
not
an
a handball.
elbow. I think that's an elbow.
That's a foul, though. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
your
foul.
right
I'm
hand.
100%
Yes,
sure.
that's a foul.
I don't know with
Yes,
the handball.
100%.
I can't
Yeah.
tell.
And even
Listen.
if you do want to go through the sleeve thing, him doing this to him is literally a foul in the build-up anyway. So it would have been gotten ruled off whether
He didn't
handball
call it for
counts
that.
or not.
He didn't call it for that. If he would have said he called it for that, maybe we would have had this discussion. But the real thing is, he's trying to say that he's calling the KVR call back because Havertz won the ball. If he was going to let the ball, if he was going to let the play continue to play for Liverpool to then get the ball and maybe then go on a counter, why is he then stopping the play in that situation, saying, "Oh, there was a foul on KVR"? He didn't do that. He's waited until Havertz actually got the ball, turned around, and had a goal-scoring opportunity to call the play dead. And referees, if I'm not mistaken, have learned in the era of VAR to allow the play to continue for them to review it.
The Liverpool players as well
And he
stopped
was
playing when
assured
they
that it
heard
was
the
a
whistle.
foul.
And
The
none of
Liverpool
your
players
Liverpool, 1 second, none of your Liverpool players, if I'm not mistaken, if I go back and actually
We
watch
literally
it,
stopped playing.
none of them complained about a foul on.
Yeah, but we
on
stopped
Tottenham.
playing. So how do you know Virgil van Dijk doesn't get back and stop Jesus? We literally stopped playing when we heard the whistle. We heard the whistle for a foul and we stopped playing. Now,
I don't. 1 second. I'm not disputing you on that part of this argument. I'm simply saying the referees made a massive mistake in this situation. He should have let play continue. And if that's a goal and VR does, and he does not blow the whistle, Arsenal could potentially go on to score the winner there. He blows the whistle when Havertz is already through on goal.
So, Egal, are you blaming?
because he
You're
just
blaming
thinks
the
it's a foul and
referees
he's
for this
calling it
result,
back.
or
I'm
are you
blaming-
blaming the referees for the result? Basically,
I'm
Is that what you're
blaming
saying?
the referees for once again impacting a massive what do you call it, title deciding game. Because Arsenal, Liverpool, as much as I don't think Liverpool will be here at the end of the season, they're impacting the title race because Arsenal and Liverpool are two teams currently fighting with Man City to go on to win this league. If Arsenal were to get 3 points in this game, that is a massive swing in our favor. If Arsenal now go on to draw this game and Liverpool get a point away at the Emirates, that also massively impacts the title race. This decision could potentially be a title deciding point.
So do you not have like anything towards how Arsenal performed after you went
Yes,
to?
and that's the thing.
Maybe
about
it's
it.
something
Now-
on the
now-
performance,
now-
like,
We can
this
talk
is
about
what
that
I'm
after.
saying.
I don't really give a- I
Guys,
don't
one
really
second,
care-
please.
I
One
don't
second.
really care anymore
Egal,
because
one
I
second.
genuinely feel like
Now,
I
one second,
genuinely
Egal.
feel like
Now,
in the
خلاص, you've put out your conspiracy. There's a conspiracy against Arsenal and shit. Now let's talk about the football. Goal would have been ruled off anyway. That's my opinion. So now let's just talk about the football. You get me? Arsenal versus Liverpool. No more referee conspiracies. Talk about the football. What do you make of the game in general?
Bukayo Saka's him. He shows up 9 minutes in, puts Robertson on his ass. Ben White was playing center back, and he played a beautiful ball to him. We were really looking good first half. I thought we were the much better team for the majority of the game. I thought we were the better team. I thought Liverpool came to our ground and were a little bit more cautious than they usually are. And the onus was on us to take control of the game, and we did for majority of the game. I thought Thomas, you guys had I thought you guys were gonna have a mismatch in Partey versus Luis Diaz, but I didn't even notice Luis Diaz for a majority of the game. Another player I didn't really notice for a majority of the game. I thought your midfield was going to show up. McAllister, Gravenberch have all been having great seasons, but neither of them really looked at their best in that game. And I do have to give credit to the Arsenal midfield for doing a good job. When it comes to the goal that we conceded. Now, the first goal that we conceded, terrible set piece defending. We let 2 headers in the box for a goal. You got to give your boys credit for that. And we got to go back to the drawing board for a set piece defending, because that's 2 games in a row where we conceded from set pieces. Now, the second goal that we score, it was coming. Let's be honest. We knew we had a ball crossed in. Moreno had a chance to score. Instead, he cleared it. The next time when he had the opportunity, he put it in the back of the net. And Mikel Moreno, who started off the game very slow and gave away some silly balls in the midfield, ended up being the guy who stepped up for his Arsenal debut. I love that moment, and I was really happy for him because there was a lot of people on his case recently. Now, going into the second half, there was many things that happened, but many things that went against us. One of them being that we needed to reshuffle the whole defense as 2 of our players got off injured, and that really didn't give Liverpool the onus and the confidence to continue to push on, because we really became more defensive. The one moment we went forward to try to attack and get a goal, we got hit on the counter, and Trent to Darwin Núñez to Mo Salah. And wow, good little piece of attacking from you guys, terrible defending from ourselves. And all we can do is from there is try to push on and get a goal and try to win the game. And we tried, but hey, we didn't get the rub of the green. The referees didn't give the referee called the decision that they called. And I could even make a point about Konate potentially getting a penalty, but it is what it is. Overall, I think Arsenal were the better team. The draw, I don't think, is the fair result. I think we should have won that game, but the onus was on us to go and take it. We didn't do that. Liverpool come to our ground, they get a point, and I think at the end of the day, I'm still not fully sold on Liverpool. I think that was probably one of their worst performances this season. And from an Arsenal perspective, I think with the circumstances being the way they are, with the players missing and everything else, I think we showed a lot of people what we're still made of. And hey, overall, I think fair. You guys are gonna be a lot more happier than us.
Okay, Jacob, there's a request from the chat. Can we let Jacob talk already? Talk to me about Arsenal and Liverpool. You get me? What do you make of that game?
Well, I mean, if I'm supposed to talk about what everybody else has talked about, referees, whan, this call, whan, that call, whan. Both sides, either side, don't give a damn. It's just referees getting it wrong has been happening for years and years. Since I've literally been a fan of the sport, it's been happening. So I don't know why people are expecting all of a sudden these guys are supposed to shape up. Maybe if you acted like what they do out here in America or South America, them refs chase their ass to the car, chase their ass around, they start shaping up real quick. You know what I mean? I'm not saying do what they do out there in Brazil, but you know, just a little dose of holding them accountable, or maybe just putting the refs in front of a camera after a match would solve that problem. But for me, it's always just like when I've felt slighted by the refs, I always tell myself, just remember, they get things wrong, they get things right. It's up to you as a player, anybody, to cope with the inevitables and the variables that you can't control, because they're independent variables and they're not dependent on you or what you do. They're independent solely because these refs are going to make those decisions. VAR having FPL open on his tablet while he's running a line, that's crazy. But no one does anything because, oh, you know, whatever. I don't know why. So to me, complaining about it is really weird. That's like me complaining about where I was born. That's like me complaining about, you know, how much money my parents made when I was born. I have no control over that. That's just the situation I'm in. And it's my job to either excel or just, you know, become a little excuse merchant and accept the responsibilities. That's basically how I see it.
And from a football perspective, what do you make of the game?
Oh, it was a fun watch for what it's worth. I think from a neutral perspective, to see Arsenal going for it was exciting versus a team that was also always going to be going for it, because I think the only question mark I had was how does, you know, missing some of your pieces, Saka's not 100%, but how did they respond? And I think Saka's shutting a lot of people up with the way he went and got that goal. I mean, that was a fantastically taken goal, and there's really nothing you can take away from it. And really, the best thing you can do in any situation is to prove people wrong is to just fucking do it. And that's what Saka has done. That's what he did. versus Liverpool. They say you don't do it in the big games like Cole Palmer. So he said, give me the ball and let me work. And he did. Granted, it is Robertson. I think he's a fraud. Ain't nothing much happened out of the Scottish except for Sir William Wallace. I love that movie Braveheart. But outside of that, I don't know when I've been like, wow, yeah, Scotland. So I don't.
You said something.
I think
that's
Simicast
factually
is better than Robertson personally.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's start the
You said something
Simicast
that's
hype on
factually
YouTube.
incorrect, by the
Let's
way.
go.
Dude,
Yeah,
I've been
that-
saying that for 2
Saka
years.
doesn't do it in big games like Cole Palmer. What are we talking about here? Saka is a massive big. Game
I'm
player.
saying that's what I had heard, Egal. You don't have to get a defense. I didn't say that. I'm saying this is what I'd heard. The narratives around when I hear Chelsea and Arsenal go back and forth. Oh, well, Cole Palmer does it against yada yada, and they're saying, well, let me see it from Saka. And I understand from a standpoint. If I take my bias out of it, like there's always going to be the shifting of goalposts when you are a very good player, very great player, and a game changer. There's always going to be a shit. Okay, well, let me see him do it under the same thing happened to Harry Kane. It's always, well, he didn't win a trophy. Well, he didn't do this. But I've seen him own the Premier League. He scored 30 goals in Erling Haaland's first year in the Premier League, and no one gave a shit because Erling Haaland and Man City were blowing the doors off of it. So to me, goalposts being shifted around players, that's always going to happen when you're really, really good. And that's kind of where Saka is. And all he can do to shut everybody up is just score them damn goals. And he did. But I think the whole refereeing thing and anybody doing anything about the, like, I was screaming my entire watch long about the refs. But whenever I eventually get to doing a post-match report about Crystal Palace, I'm not going to complain about the ref, because at the end of the day, if he's letting the game be physical, it's up to you to cope with it or be a bitch. And that's, there's a Spurs segment for you. There it is. We were a bitch. We didn't cope with it. But, with Arsenal, I think this was one of those games where you look forward to it. How does Arne Slot? I think Arne Slot's a fraud. I think he comes from the same division that Eric Ten Hag comes from. And the sooner he gets found out, the better for y'all. But don't worry, Tottenham will help y'all figure him out, because just wait till we run against that Eredivisie fraud. But outside of that, it was a fun game, entertaining for a neutral. I would have liked to see Liverpool get the winner personally. I would have liked that, but I'll take the, I guess from a Spurs perspective, what do they say? A draw helps Spurs title chances in the end anyway. So we'll move.
Oh my god.
Ha.
Lewis and Sheikh, what do you guys make of the game? Football.
Saw parts of the game. First half, I thought Arsenal were more in control. Second half, I think Liverpool grew a bit more into the game. Fair play to Saka. Again, was the only forward that really turned out. Big up to Konate and Van Dijk as well, because they completely bitched out Havertz and Martinelli all match. Szoboszlai, I thought I did a decent game, but more just in terms of off the ball. Big game Salah strikes again, typical. Like, you can always rely on that. But I saw one moment at the end of the game where Endo could have played through Nunes, and that could have been the difference between both teams. Yeah. But yeah, I think ultimately maybe a draw is the better result. And yeah, Martinelli and Havertz are trash. Up the Chelsea.
Remember in the summer when Ray was in the back again, comment section saying sell Salah? Remember this, Lewis?
That's
Imagine
crazy.
That's
crazy.
Oh, bad.
Oh yeah.
That's
Imagine where the fuck we'd be without him now. Imagine. Fucking 8th place right now. I'd be chilling with
Yeah, you man gotta re-sign him. Re-sign all three of them. Otherwise it's long for you.
Lewis,
Sheikh?
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
They want to fight.
What are you talking about? Martinelli and Havertz are dog shit.
I don't rate them.
Fair enough. You just got an agenda.
Aye, fair enough. I'll be very
Okay,
consistent.
that was the most fair enough get better. You get me. Let's go.
Because
Sorry.
if you got an agenda,
Go ahead,
there's nothing
mate.
I can say to
Yeah.
make you.
I mean, first things first. I'm tired of Arsenal fans just complaining about referees again and again, man. That's all I've heard.
Bro,
this
you
season
got robbed versus West Ham
is just referees, and I'm not talking about it. That's the whole point.
because
My
you
whole
don't
point
care
is
about
that
your
I don't-
manager.
It's not that. It's just the fact that I know referees are incompetent. You don't allow them to make a decision. It's a given. We know this. I'm not gonna sit here again and again and just be like, "Oh, the whole league is against me." Like, it's just
You wanna know something?
everybody gets decisions.
No.
Egal.
One
Everybody
second.
gets
Do
decisions.
we
against
complain
them.
about Champions League games?
No, but
Why is that?
What is your point?
Why don't we
what's the
complain
point?
about Champions League games?
What's the point that you're trying to make?
The point is the referees in Europe don't make the same level of ridiculous, controversial decisions as they do in the Premier League.
No. Okay, so
Wasn't there some big
I agree with
controversy
that.
in the Madrid Bayern second leg?
We've also
I
had,
haven't seen it.
Lewis knows this, we've had the famous Chelsea Barcelona stuff, but obviously it does just have decisions that don't go in the Champions
Oh,
League.
you
right?
went there, Sheikh. You went
No,
there.
I mean,
You
Sheikh.
just
it was
ruined
a,
my
it was,
day.
it was
He's been
it's
so
fine,
happy
it
for
was
you
just
all stream long, and then you just stab
Hey.
him in the back with the worst
No,
ever
but,
memory.
You gotta
Yo,
remind me
I'm
of a
sorry, I
Bravo,
apologize.
man.
It was more of
You
just
see
to-
how
to
many years
bring
we
up
have to
that
go
point there.
back? You see how many years we have to go back to find an example?
The
You're making
problem
my
is not
point.
that though.
I mean,
Egal,
we
the
had a
problem
lot
is
of
not
problems
that.
in the
problem-
2010s, but hey.
The
People
problem
saying
is not
Egal,
that.
remember
Ten
last year versus
2000.
Neuer. That's one you can name. I don't remember too many times where you could say Arsenal fans are complaining about referees in the Champions League. It doesn't happen. And the reality is, in the league,
You guys have only just got back into the Champions League, to be fair.
regardless, we've been in it for now what, a year and
Lewis,
a
you
year and a
can't
bit.
be
How many games have we played? You still can't. You
Am I
can't.
wrong?
You can only
But am
find
I
one
wrong?
example. We've lost many games. We've lost many games in the Champions League over years, but you can't find too many controversial decisions that happen in the Champions League. That's simply what I'm saying.
My whole point is, Egal, I didn't even bring up the Champions
And
League. You
before
brought it
that,
up.
they
I'm just
deserved to
talking
get
about the
knocked
Premier
out.
League. Like, I literally, aren't we talking about Arsenal versus
ten
Liverpool?
good,
I don't know
okay.
where this Champions League came from, but anyways,
No, my point
back to
is
the Arsenal
there's
versus
a reason why we talk about Premier League referees and not Champions League referees, because Champions League referees don't make the same level of mistakes.
My issue is it's not even about whether Champions League referees or Premier League referees or Carabao Cup referees or FA Cup referees are making mistakes. It's always Arsenal fans who feel like you guys are the victim. Every decision goes against you.
Because we fucking
That's the issue for me. No, it
Oh.
happens to everyone. Referees, what about the time?
Not at the same
before-
level of.
What
Bro,
about
we're
the
in a
time
title
before
race, and the Premier
VAR?
League had to apologize because they
before
didn't draw the
VAR?
fucking lines. They
Well, we had a
didn't draw
debatable
the
penalty
lines.
against Liverpool last week, but we barely moaned about it. Debatable penalty against Man City this season. We didn't moan about it because ultimately
Bro,
we didn't
you
do
don't
enough
have the
to win the
Premier League
game.
complaining to you. You don't have the Premier League writing you an apology letter because you finished 8th or 12th, bro.
Damn.
Well, it's got nothing to do with league position.
Because
Maybe it's because
we're
you lot
competing
moan
for
about it
the-
every single
because we're
fucking week and
competing
use
for
it
the
as your
league.
reasoning
This
for
is
why you
what
don't
I'm
win the
because
league.
we're competing for the league, and they friggin' sent us a letter of
Yeah,
apology.
and you guys always
for a
come
mistake
short
that
and
they
you don't
made.
want to look at the reasons
you-
within your club, so
No,
you
you
just find the
guys-
easy out,
you
which is blame
guys-
the ref.
You guys,
Egal, this
you
is what I
guys
didn't like.
need to realize. You guys need to realize that you keep saying, "Oh, why are we crying about refs? Why are we crying about refs?" Have you had the Premier League write you a letter of apology for making you drop 2 points in error in a Premier
Maybe
League
because
match?
we don't cry like
No,
your
'cause
club.
we were winning leagues back
Bro,
then. But anyways,
What
yeah,
the fuck are we
yeah.
talking about here? We've seen the Premier League keep Aston Villa in the league and
Let me
end up having another team lose points because they couldn't figure out the goal line technology. Like, what the
Egal,
fuck is
my
going
thing
on?
was the reason why I didn't like was how you mentioned referees first before even going onto your team and talking about how your team.
No,
performed
because
that
Hussam
second half.
asked me to speak about that.
I'm just saying, it's just Arsenal fans always
Hussam, is
bring
that
up
not what you asked me to speak about
referee
first? Am I wrong?
decisions rather
No,
than
I
just
just talked
criticizing
about
your own
Arsenal
club.
Liverpool. You went on a tirade.
Yes, that's what
Nah,
I'm
bro.
saying.
You insinuated.
Allah,
you
go back to
speaking
the
about that
VAR
a lot.
replay. I said, I said, listen, you have conspiracies. I didn't realize you were gonna do a whole thing about it, but fair enough. It's okay. I have no problem. I let people express their opinions regardless. Wallahi, I have
Listen,
no problem with it.
I just think it's not because the referees are not perfect. It's because they're incompetent and they potentially could be corrupt. Because some of the decisions that are going on, there is a level of concern and questioning over them. And also, I do have concerns and questions over how Premier League referees are making money from a potential other owners league.
Okay.
Fair enough. But yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, let me just do a couple of these super chats before we wrap up with a couple of games left we haven't spoken about. Just speak about them and then we wrap up. Big up everyone who has supported us, and once again for the third time this stream, big up to you guys and thank you guys again for 40k. Appreciate you guys, man. Love for the love, always showing us love in this chat. This community is unbelievable. Big up to my guy AMG Gooner who says, "Can we agree refs are shit, not just for Arsenal?"
Thank you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I do agree with that.
That's a consistency issue.
Yes, the one thing
Just ultimately
I
don't
have-
give the referees decisions to make and just be good enough to win without moaning about the ref. That's it.
the one thing I have been consistent
How
about is
about this, Lewis? How about they do their job that they get paid to fucking do?
Right. So yeah, now
I
you're
agree
with
with
me.
you.
Consistency is the
I agree
problem.
with you. Yes.
There we
Mhm.
go. So
So, you
Stop
know,
blaming
every
Arsenal.
one out of
It's
25
not an
plates
agenda
that a
against
waitress
Arsenal.
drops,
One
you
second.
know.
Yeah, it's not an
Stop
agenda.
making this tribalistic, and if you guys hold them accountable also,
You
maybe
guys
they'll
are
stop
making it
doing
tribalistic by saying it's an agenda against Arsenal.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not
Okay,
doing
Yeah.
it.
when-
We're
when-
saying
yes.
it's a consistency problem.
When
That's
decisions
you.
go-
Yes.
When decisions go against other people, I'm one of the first people to yell and scream, "What the fuck's going on?"
Now, when decisions go against my club, nine
when
times out of
decisions
10,
go
I'm
in our
still saying we
favor,
didn't do enough
like
to
it
win.
did when decisions go in our favor, like it did when we were at Liverpool's ground and it should have been a handball at Odegaard, I put my hands up and say we were fucking lucky. That should have been a penalty. I don't fucking say, oh, don't cry.
Well, when we have decisions go against us, I just say, well, we didn't do enough to win anyway. So.
And the only time I say to people, don't cry, is because people are saying, oh, you won a game late and your performance wasn't great, but we won the game like 3-0 or something. That's when I'll tell people, shut up and cry me a river.
I don't think that referees have a conspiracy against Arsenal.
Yeah.
My thing that I have been saying regularly, and Lewis can attest to this, is I think the referees always give favorable decisions to Man City. That's what I have a problem with.
Even then, though, I think City have had bad decisions go against them too.
But it's very rare. 90% of the time, it's
it's less against City. I hear that.
It's like Spurs will get 10 bad decisions before City get one. We'll get 10 bad decisions before City gets one. Egal will get 10 bad decisions until one. Like, we're always the ones that like have to pay for their shit.
I think it's just more people highlight the negative ones that go against you more than the ones that you got away with, and that's why it seems so.
Yeah, but I don't recall the refs messing up one City game that like, oh shit, the refs robbed City here. Not
I think
once.
there was a draw that we got against them where they said he was offside and he really wasn't. Kind of the same thing they did to you versus us.
Which
one? Hey, all's well ends well if Tottenham win, in my opinion.
The only time I can think of is Jack Grealish threw on goal and they call it back for a foul.
Yeah, but that's even Davies could catch him. All the Spurs centre back could catch him. So that's not even a thing. That's my point. Like, they don't ruin big games for City. Big up the panel. There's multiple fouls on that play, Egal, but the real robbery was that Tsimikas corner, which could have been a winner. Fuck the FA. Come on, you Gunners. Listen, I'm with you. That Tsimikas one was a corner, but I'm not going to say it's a guarantee you score a winner from a corner, even though you're good at them. It's not like, oh, wow, you get a corner. It's not like a penalty, you know? Like, it's not like 90% you're going to score, because in that game, I'm going to double check now, but I swear you had like about, I don't know how many corners you had. Let me check just quickly. You had one corner, actually, and you didn't score from it. You scored from the other set piece, so... yeah, it's not a guaranteed goal, but I hear where you're coming from. Big up to my guy, Jill, who says, refereeing conspiracies are absolutely brain dead. Every fan base believes they get treated the most unfairly. It's mental illness. I have no idea how to read that last part because I don't speak French. You get me? But thank you for the super chat. No, my only conspiracy is it always goes City's way. That's my fucking conspiracy. It has nothing to do with a specific club. It's the fact that it's Man City always get things their fucking way. That's what I have a problem with. Egal, generational stinker and hooked is what Red Lion is saying. Fair enough. Big up to Nags Games. Make sure to subscribe to his channel as well. He says, Egal, he was waiting to see if Kelleher collected. If he did, then he doesn't blow and play advantage. Kelleher didn't, so he blew. Simple. Fair enough. If it's about
advantage is there if Arsenal player is the one that heads it?
I mean, he's telling you if Kelleher collects it, I mean, it would have been an advantage played, as in we would have got the ball.
Kelleher's not there.
To be honest with you, Nags, even I disagree with this. I don't think it was advantage played. I think it was just straight up foul, to be honest with you. So, yeah, big up to you. Rodri didn't even make the Champions League team of the season and Premier League top 8. We're going to be talking about Rodri in a second. I'll let the guys tell me their thoughts on it. I'm actually waiting to see who wins it. George Weah just came out, so I'm assuming we're really close to the announcement. Big up to you, AA. Jacob, make America great again. That's what my guy JW says. Hey, big up to you, JW.
You already know. Never biased. Always balanced. More balanced than Tony Hawk on the goddamn half pipe. How about that?
So we're calling you New Balance from now on.
Egal has too much salt in his diet.
Been balanced.
Someone called Jacob Triple H in the chat. That had me dying. Don't call him Triple H in the chat.
Looking
he's
forward.
He's one of the big names, right? That's a good thing. He's one
it's very good.
Because last time they were trying to compare me to this dude with a mullet, and he looked like he worked at Chico's Tacos here in El Paso.
I'm talking about Trevor Phillips from GTA.
No, not Trevor Phillips. That dude's a meth head. Okay, I'm talking about. That one's actually offensive. That one's the most offensive one I've ever heard. Fucking guy.
Tom started that.
Could say a clean Trevor Phillips.
He started that one.
Off the drop.
I'm Trevor Phillips before the meth.
My name is Trevor Phillips, and I'm an addict.
See, look at that. What kind of hairline with that Vegeta ass hairline?
Yeah, that hairline's a bit peaked.
Lewis, when was the last time you beat Arsenal?
2021. Fucking Sanchez. Yeah.
Egal has too much salt in his diet. Looking forward, Chelsea versus Arsenal is going to be a banger. Write off Chelsea for challenging this season at your own peril. Listen, Chelsea first need to get through their bogey team. Even Lewis admits this. United is their bogey team regardless. If they get through United and Newcastle get something against Arsenal, that's when they will start to talk. But
Listen,
right now, as things stand,
Gotta beat Arsenal. Gotta beat Arsenal first.
yeah, but what I'm saying is Man United is your bogey team. You never get to anything against them. When's the
Yeah,
last
so
time you
beat-
told me last time?
In terms of talking about Arsenal, I'm gonna wait to beat them first. You have to do that. Then you can talk.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
you can-
focus
New
on
manager
Man
bounce and
United,
stuff
right?
like that too. Like I get it, but hey,
Yeah.
for me
Mm.
personally though, we'll be lucky if we can honestly get a draw. That's what I would say. Because
Imagine Chelsea lose
this
to
Chelsea
United.
team,
and
I
beat
rate them.
Arsenal.
This Chelsea team are different.
Ready.
They're different. So it's not like
I mean, there's a happy ending at least.
We'll see. Yeah,
Fair
we'll see.
enough. Happy ending, sad week. Big up to Wake Up Mind says when Spaces launches 8 rockets per month, VAR and refs still can't decide and still make poor decisions. Technology should
They're
improve.
playing FPL in the fucking room. While they're like, so can you draw that line for me? Yeah, hang on. I'm getting Salah off the bench for next week because he looks like he's in form. That's what I'm talking about. And they're just like, that's cool. Everyone can play FPL. When I worked as an intern for the Dallas Cowboys, I wasn't allowed to play fantasy football because of a conflict of interest or that I have insider info, and it was illegal for me to do. But in England, hey, you just go ahead, play some
One second.
FPL.
You know, it was,
You're
uh,
the VAR
it was
line
against
guy.
One second. This has been debunked. It's actually not a fan.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
wasn't
protect the
FPL.
referees ever. I don't like them. I despise them. But it was actually found out that it's a Premier League internal app that they use to share information, and it's almost like an insider app where they put information in that app. So it does look similar.
I didn't even see that, to be honest with you. So fair
It
enough.
does look similar, but only because it has the Premier League branding on the website. You got the little one with you. Pick up.
Yeah, well, no, I'm still saying. Either way you roll the dice, it's just not a good look. Just not a good look.
No, but it's
One
not
thing
a
I
FPL
know,
app.
I speak for all 4 guys on the panel here. Thank God, after the next international break, we're going to get semi-automated offsides once and for all. We're all bored.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Going
Yeah.
lines using paint and shit. Thank God we're finally going to get that. To be honest.
Hassam, that's gonna get moved.
Wait, did
No
you think the
more
Moreno goal was
Oh,
Come on,
offside?
come on. They already moved it from the first international break for no reason. You think they ain't gonna move it again?
Hey,
We'll get it
mess
next
up
season.
again. I'm gonna make a video. I swear, cussing the shit out of
Sam,
them.
did you think the Moreno goal was offside? Is that what you're saying?
No. I didn't think it was offside. I just hate the fact that it takes them 5 years
See,
to draw
Van
Microsoft
Dijk's
Paint.
boot, right? Kind of
Fine.
kept him on.
You guys all used Microsoft Paint growing up.
But
Remember when you had
this is my
old-
problem with that drawing of the lines bullshit. Because as someone who's traveled across the states, going to various different stadiums and venues, the camera points for every stadium is different. It's on a different marker.
Yep.
It's at a different height. It's at a different angle. So then you start applying the same contextual rules to venues that are vastly different. You know, Crystal Palace, Sellers Park. You enter through the goddamn janitor's entrance, and you fucking enter a supply closet before you get to the damn locker room. But their angle's a lot different than the angle at Luton Town. Their angle's a lot different than the one at Tottenham Hotspur. That's what my point is. Like, it's hard to be consistent when the variables are largely inconsistent. In regards to VAR specifically.
Fair enough. Culmination of bad calls, big, small, over the years without consequences may not be organized corruption, definitely incompetence and toxic ref fraternity. What do you guys think of this?
Oh shit, Rodri won apparently.
Not yet.
Oh, we know it wasn't going to be Vinny. Loser.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
bozo
Rodri-
yeah.
Jogo
Rodri won
Bonita
it.
for
Just
Brazil
announced it.
dancing. Motherfucker.
Rodri won
Hold
it.
that.
Man said Rodri won. Oh mad.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Who else was supposed to win?
Vinicius,
He was
No, I
second.
fully.
Based on
based on winning.
Oh
the league.
jeez, Drogba's there. I pick up Drogba, proper Chelsea.
Rodri is the Ballon d'Or winner, ladies and gentlemen. Rodri is
yeah.
the Ballon d'Or winner. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Just now.
I need to
deservedly.
hear if
Jorginho walks the Rodri
on an
could
international
run.
stage, on
telling you,
on
mate.
a league level. It's fantastic.
Hamza's
Now give
gonna
the
be a
2021 Ballon d'Or back to Jorginho. He deserved it. Disgrace. Nice. Happy, bro.
Is him on mute?
Oh, you fucking mad?
Oh no,
Oh
his
my
belly came
God.
out.
Oh, you fucking
Oh my
crazy?
God.
Ballon d'Or. Are you mad? Are you mad?
Is that Vader? His card.
So
Look at
happy.
him. There you go.
Who's gonna get it? Let's go. Come on. I've got a notification saying that, but I haven't seen it on TV yet.
No, it's not on TV yet. It's not on TV yet.
I'm watching it.
I've not seen it.
Wait.
No,
Let me see on
I'm
TV
watching
because
it
I'm
now.
not believing
City are streaming it on their page.
Look at me. There's Rodri walking up the stairs.
Where? 1 second. Where?
Wait, I haven't seen it yet. Give me 1 second.
Where? Where?
1 second. Watch.
Where is my Rodri?
Oh, this is mad. Yeah, this glazing is crazy. Man.
Chill.
Ballon d'Or winners, baby. We done it.
Come on! Let's go! Let's go!
History! Oh, you fucking
How
mad.
happy they are.
Oh, you fuck back. Wait. Let's hear Rodri's speech. Let's hear Rodri's speech.
They're losing their mind. Fair enough. Listen, I'm with you. I think there need to be consequences for all these decisions. Big up to you, AMG Gunnar. Egal, Liverpool were robbed of a penalty versus Leipzig. This is true. Stonewall, by the way. Could have been proving pivotal if they equalized. We all blamed our players' coach for not scoring more. I do agree with this. Listen, against Leipzig, Stonewall penalty. Should have gotten it as well, but...
Sure, won
Hey.
like 5-0, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. Big up to you, next games. I do agree with this, by the way. It was a Stonewall penalty. Remember when Odegaard played basketball in the box? He did, and that was a Stonewall penalty as well. They didn't give it, and we got an
That was a penalty, and I said we got lucky. So now you try saying the same thing.
Egal's still here, so it's cooked, not hooked, is what Redline Taraga says. Yep. Big up to MG Gunnar says, Jacob, bring in the NFL review cruise, is what MG Gunnar says. Fair enough. If you guys would watch that, I'm sure Jacob will be up for doing.
You know what they did in the NFL? Actually, they tried to start a season with no referees, and they brought in intern referees, and it was so bad.
The referees were on strike, is what it was.
Yeah.
They weren't paying them enough because they had to have side jobs.
Referees were on strike, and they brought in intern referees. Do you think they'd be better or worse?
Better. You bring in those Brazilians, they'd fear for their life. I'm telling you. In Brazil, I'm not joking. They will cut the ref into pieces if he does some bullshit. And I'm saying you bring them in, you know, in about 5 years, they'll probably kick their feet up and get bullshit calls going too, because I think that's just the way the Premier League treats the refs. Because, I mean, yeah, man, in every sport, refs get it wrong. It's never been a thing where I'm like, yeah, that's why we lost, because they fucked it up. It's like, well, what about all the times you didn't score? What about all the times you didn't look good and you allowed them to look good? And that's on you. The referee getting a bad call or two is all moments during the match. It's up to you to create bigger and more impactful moments.
If trophies, Carvajal won the most. Vinny deserved for it, but that's why I just don't do this fucking trophy bias thing, bro.
It's also based off the pitch character, on the pitch character, and shit like that. It's a bias. It's a rigged award show. No one should be taking it so personal that so and so Johnny Appleseed didn't get the damn award. They just try to figure out who do they give it. You know, and they throw it up. Oh, Messi, Ronaldo, Luka Modric. How about that, huh?
My
Top
boy
lad.
Drogba collecting snow bunnies like Infinity Stone. Hey, nothing wrong with a snow bunny. Big up the snow bunnies out there in the world. You get me? Big up to you. Lewis said something on mute, but fair enough. Big up to you, Skalex.
Chelsea.
Big up to you. Hey, nothing wrong with a snow bunny. Shout out to all the snow bunnies. No
Jackson
snow bunny
agrees.
was hurt in the making of this video. Big up to all of you guys. Listen, final segment. I don't keep the guys for too long. 5 minutes, and we're out of here. Guys, I want to be greedy. 500 likes. Let's do it right here, right now. We're closing in. You get me? So big up to all of you guys. You know, and yeah, let's just like the video, subscribe. Go subscribe to Shikh TV, Carefree Lewis, Egal Talks Football, United Spurs of America, and Staffy's channel is also added in the description. So I'm just gonna ask every single one of you about your individual games.
Cry more, know your history. You fucking nameless account, dickless haver motherfucker. Talk more, pussy. These Yanks talking about my sport. Yeah, go suck on a crumpet. Soak it in tea.
Yes.
Yeah, and also it's the Premier League, not the Premiership. They changed the name.
Yeah,
Yes. Hold that. So Jacob,
hold on.
talk to me about
Yeah.
the Spurs Palace game.
The Spurs Palace game, from minute one, they looked like they wanted it more. And through the end of the final whistle, they looked like they wanted it more. Again, Spurs fans are going to do this whole I'm a cuck and I'm so bad and everyone shit on me thing that I don't understand. Why are you even going and like, I would never, first of all, if I felt that way about my club, thanks for throwing my phone. If I felt that way about my club, I wouldn't go in public and be like, yeah, it's just so dumb thinking that we could actually win a game. Oh, it's so fucking shitty of us to think that we could keep a player. Like, I hear them saying Mikey Moore's going to leave to City in 2 years. What are you talking about? Fucking wah criers, fucking cuck behavior, sitting in the corner with a fucking chair with a robe over your head because you're, I'm not actually here, but you're here kind of thing. Yeah, that's how they support Tottenham, from under a fucking blanket, acting like little cucks while their wife gets boned by some 6'5" grown-ass man who, you know what, doesn't go home and act like a little cuck, a little pussy. These Spurs fans need to get slapped in the mouth. If they were my kid, they wouldn't be my kid. They'd be up for adoption because of the fucking shamefulness that they've brought on their fucking heads. All right? So let's start there. Then secondly, yes, our team was shit yesterday. Yes, our team has been shit for years. But crying about it and then doing over and over what we've been doing that's led to us being shitty isn't going to solve the problem. Crying about a guy who's actually trying to fix something here while it's not holding these players accountable is fucking weird to me. These players were shit. The tactics created enough chances for a $60 million striker to come off of the bench in the 70-something minute with 3 fucking opportunities. But did Ainge say, hey, you donkey, with your first touch, pass it to the guy who's fucking defending you? He never said that. Oh, Ainge is so naive. Shut your ass up. You're naive. That's why you're on YouTube like me, sitting here doing fuck all. Huh? You're talking out your damn ass. All these stupid ass Spurs fans. Oh, Ainge is so naive. Yeah, well, he's been managing for 30 plus years and you've been holding your dick for 30 plus years. There's a difference. There's levels to this. All right? So when it comes to Ainge, when it comes to the tactics, there's nothing that he's done that has led to us losing. All he's done is trying to hold a bunch of losers accountable and hold them up. And guess what? Sometimes they do well, and sometimes they resort back to type A, which is a fucking loser. And that's the mentality at this club that he is trying to change. But you know what? Fuck him, right? Fuck this guy. He doesn't get Spurs. They're telling me Sam Allardyce sets up better than Ainge. They're saying Graham Potter sets up better. These are unemployed dudes. How good do they set up? I don't know. I don't play them in chess because they're fucking sitting in Florida at their goddamn beach home. So these Spurs fans suck a fat one. Go support fucking anybody else because I don't see you as a Spurs fan. I know you'd like to make pretend, oh, you don't see me in the corner with the sheet over my head. Yeah, but we know you're there, you pussy. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, that's Jacob's recap of the Spurs game. I love it. Lewis, talk to me about Chelsea. Chelsea won.
Getting used to this winning feeling. First off, glad to see us go for a game that we're favourites. And say again.
I said, you cheeky bastard. That's how you start the fucking panel. Matt said, oh, I'm getting used to winning feeling. Fuck you, Lewis.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. Like, I'm used to just being like bottom row with a guest every week. Now I'm sitting here with the only victory of the week. Up the Chelsea. But yeah, good to get a victory in a game that we should have won, because if we didn't win it, there would be a lot more questions. So I was glad to just keep us ticking on the road that we should be on. But yeah, we started off sensationally. Newcastle came out on the front foot, which meant that we could hit them in transition, and we were absolutely bopping them off the park with that style of play. Colwill into one of Palmer or Jackson. Nice little turnout into space, instant counter-attack. We got a goal early, got chalked off for offside. Little bit debatable, but you know what? I don't care like that because we end up making other chances through that as well. We got the first goal from a sensational pass from Cole Palmer into Neto. And then Nicholas Jackson scores again. Like I always say, best striker in London. This guy has been absolutely bossing it for us this season. I'm annoyed with the equaliser because I've been saying it all day. If we don't concede that equaliser, we win 3-0 and the game's a lot more comfortable because Newcastle have to stay on the front foot and we're going to keep cooking them in transition. We got a little bit done in the midfield. What's his name? Lavia got done twice, but ultimately he still had a good performance. Caicedo bossed it again. Again, I'm getting used to this guy's performances as well. He constantly makes the right decisions. And I think he made the most interceptions for a Premier League player since N'Golo Kante in 2018. It's just showing the trajectory that he's on right now because he has been absolutely perfect for us all year. Forget this season. This season's just the one where he's finally starting to get his flowers. Brighton, you can have another 5 million personally. He was worth every single damn penny. But after that, we got a little bit sloppy towards the end of the game. We're giving away some silly passes everywhere. Reece James literally saved us. And I think Maresca's quotes about him needing to see more leadership out of him really motivated him because he was saving us throughout the last 20. There was about 3-4 key blocks from him where we would have instantly conceded if that weren't the case. And even when he made those saves, he was telling the rest of the players, keep doing your thing. Keep switched on because there's still more of the game to go. That's the stuff that you want to see from your captain. So ultimately, good performance. No real negatives except Robert Sanchez. I'm getting sick and tired of him again. It's getting back to that point. His play out at the back was ridiculous. Nearly every pass went to a guy in a Newcastle shirt. I'm nearing a point where if Jorgensen bosses it against Newcastle in the cup, start him against United. Fuck it. Because I know what I'm getting with Sanchez. It's just how many howler passes are you going to make in a game? And do they lead to a goal? Yes or no? Other than that, great performance, great result. And yeah, move on to Old Trafford and let's get a win over there for the first time in 11 years.
Move on
And
to
if
Old
you
Trafford.
lose, you're going to have back-to-back defeats.
We'll see.
Shikh.
We'll see.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with Sam. I didn't even watch the West Ham game because before today, obviously, I was in ruins as a United fan. There's games at 6 a.m. There's games at 4:30 a.m. I used to do it before. I honestly just can't do it no more under this manager. But with that being said, I did obviously watch it back, and geez, I guess we had a shit ton of chances that we just couldn't finish. Same old Manchester United, like we know. I think there was a stat that we've missed 85 of the big chances that we've created this season. So I think it's like we've created 25 big chances in the league so far, and we've missed 22 of them, something like that. So yeah, that game itself, West Ham. I said West Ham will look at Manchester United at that moment as a team where they could get something, even regardless of how West Ham have been performing themselves. So they saw it as an opportunity where they got the win. They got the win. Penalty, shout, listen, whatever, whether you agree with it, whether it was a penalty or not. To me, honestly, you gave a decision for the referee to make. I'm not going to be too angry about it. It's whatever. Honestly, at this point, the main thing for me is I'm a new person now. That was old me. That was a different Shikh under a different manager. I get to look forward to stuff. I actually look forward to United games and stuff like that. So in terms of the game, it's whatever. What happened? That was Ten Hag's last game officially, so it's cool. It's done with. It needed to happen, but we move on. Chelsea is going to be a very, very tough one. Don't think of this as a way that, just because Ten Hag is sacked, we're going to all of a sudden turn up at Old Trafford and have a great performance and dominate Chelsea and this and that. No, let's relax. Let's kind of chill out a little bit because a lot of our problems were with Ten Hag, yes, but also a lot of our problems are with the players who are currently still here. So let's keep it that same way. Me personally, I think if we get a draw, it'd be a good result for me, to be honest, because I think the Chelsea team is well capable of beating us at Old Trafford. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. We have to see how this whole Ruben Amorim stuff comes out. I doubt really that he'll be at the if he joins, he'll be at the club before the Chelsea game. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. And Ruud, obviously, here at the club, I'm excited to see how even our team looks. Like I said earlier, I'm excited to see us string 5 passes together, man. I will be so happy when we do that. So yeah, we'll go. Let's see. Chelsea, it is. We'll see what happens.
Okay, Egal, since we spoke about our games, I just want to tell me quickly your thoughts on Rodri winning Balon d'Or, and then we end the stream.
I think he's one of City's most important players, but he didn't win Premier League Player of the Year. He didn't win PFA Player of the Year. He won the Player of the Tournament in the Euros, but you could make a case he wasn't their most important player in the Euros. You could say Yamal, you could say many other pieces were. And honestly, I'm looking at Vinicius not winning it, and I'm just saying, if we're going based on him winning the Euros, doesn't Dani Carvajal have a bigger case than Rodri? Like, what are we really doing here? If you're just going to say, Rodri's been one of the best players and he's been one of the best midfielders and you're sick and tired of attackers getting it, fair enough. But I just think Vinicius should have won it. And if not, I think we're just being
Because Brazil
we're
was
just
so
basically handing
good.
it to
Just
Rodri.
every international break I've seen was just Vinny.
No,
Like,
man.
wow, really propels them. Just really elevates. and
Justice
leads
for
them to glory.
Jorginho 2021.
No, you see, Jorginho was harassment. This is flirting. That's what it is.
Yep. But that's why I'm glad Rodri's won it. Because like, he should have won it back then too.
Okay. Big up to Red Lantern says X cries Jacob's baby 0 equal 5.26. And listen, on that note, I'm gonna upload tonight a pre-recorded video why I think Rodri was actually the deserved winner of the Ballon d'Or. Big up to every single one of you guys.
You want to know my beef is with Vinny?
Prop.
You want
Not
to
City prop, Rodri prop. Have some shame.
Who's that? Someone asked about what's Jacob's beef with Vinny.
Honorary blue brother.
We're trying to end the stream, but I'll make it very quick for you. The man does more crying than he does, like activism for the shit he's crying about. I'll just put it that way. Like, you're in one of the most historically racist countries, and you're crying about racism. Well, then change it, and change it in a good way, not like piss on the people you're trying to convince to join your party. It's like, I think there's a right and a wrong way to go about things, and I don't know what the right and wrong way is, but I just think he does. Anytime I watch him, I'm like, he has moments. He's a moments player. He doesn't blow me away. People think that he's the best at this, the best at that. I really think Brazil would look better if he was the best player in the world, personally. But that's just me.
Okay. Listen, me personally, I
typical white man response. Love that. United, be racist back. Fight racism with racism, brother.
Listen, I don't want to do this right now. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Big up to all these guys. Their channels are in the description. Carefree Lewis G, Shikh TV, Egal Talks Football, United Spurs of America, and Staffy's channel as well is in the description. Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button and subscribe, and watch out for that pre-recorded video. I'm gonna go record it right now. Peace.
Cheers.